hi. Hi. Hi, some dude, and hi, Spatula. Hi, Rage. Hi, Trent. Hi, West of 6. Hi, 9-volt Worm. Hi, Patagio. Welcome in. Oh, posture check. I haven't had enough time to make my posture terrible. At least not yet. Soon enough, I will be shrimping. But I always try to start stream like, at least sitting in my chair like a normal person. But after a certain amount of time, you just kind of like lean forward and then lean forward and then you lean forward and then you get texting neck and then you have a texting neck and then people look at you out on the street and they say, "Holy shit, that girl's got texting neck. Damn, it's over for her." That's what they're gonna say about me. Welcome in, Manpreet. I'm pretty all right. Let's go. How was my day? My day was okay. My day was busy. Idol training is always quite busy in on Fridays. And then my older bestie was also in a bad mood all day. I was like, "Girl, you gotta get with it." And then you know what? The day was really hard. And so I was like, shit, her mood's gonna be bad all day. I tried feeding her chocolate like 2 or 3 separate times. And she ate them, which she normally is like, "Oh, I'm on a diet, don't give me any more chocolate." But then I gave her 3 different chocolates today, and she ate all 3, which is how I know that she had like given up on life. I see some crazy hunches on some old women when I visit my hometown. I wonder why. It must just be like a natural progression of like arthritis or something. Did they help her mood, low-key? I don't think so, because every time like she got like the little endorphin dopamine boost from eating chocolate, something weird would happen, and I'd be like, "Damn, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Queen. I'm so sorry, my beautiful girl, my beautiful liege. Angel from up above. Hey, how's it going? Please don't be angry. Please stop being angry." It's okay. It's okay though. Overall, I'm super happy that I get to stream today. And we're gonna have fun this week too, because I'm gonna play Dark Souls, and I'm gonna play Blueprints, and I'm gonna do a hand cam. And I'm actually gonna be building something that Manpreet got me for my birthday. But I think it's so cute that I've been waiting to find a good time to do it. Spike, welcome in, and hi, Faberday, and hi, Jonathan. I hope you guys are doing good. I actually hate when coworkers are super miserable. We're all in this together. I know. That's why I'm like, "Oh, don't worry." I tried to like butter her up too, where I was like, "Oh, don't worry about it, Queen, because you know my day is always better when I work with you." And she was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." And I was like, "Oh, yes, got it, yes." Still got it, baby. Still got it. I still got those moves that woo older women. It's so easy. Can't wait for you to talk about it. Talk about what? Oh, talk about ovulation? Yeah, I will in a few. But you gotta at least listen to me for like a little bit, like at least 10 minutes of not talking about ovulation. Silverus, welcome in. Is that our angel, the clumsy 2D citrus themed idol VTuber? Yes, it's me! It's me, Citrus Sunshine! I'm biding my time. Yeah, sorry, you guys gotta like wait just a little tiny bit before I start talking about ovulation at length. Also, like, in my mind, I was like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't talk about this." Cause I could yap for like a long time. Silvers, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Citrus needs everyone in here first to hear about it. So true. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get you guys in with like normal conversation. Oh, I'm so normal. Oh my gosh, can you guys believe it? I'm so normal. Anyways, let's talk about ovulation and the menstrual cycle. Silver, thank you so much though. If you got a gift sub from a Silverus, make sure you say thank you and also give him a big old kiss. Mwah. I'm so sad now. Why? We're talking about ovulation. Yeah, I'm excited too, but also like well, okay, to be fair, I guess that not very many people saw my menopause lecture, but I feel like I kind of went over a little bit of ovulation. I could have done better. I have like some key points that I wrote down on a sticky note while I was at idol training, because I was like, what do I want to say? Because I feel like low-key I have to justify myself. Because I feel like what's the word? I feel like a traitor to women if I don't justify my reasoning as to why I reacted the way I did. I don't know how else to put that. I don't want women to think that I'm evil. But I'm just like so pragmatic. So it doesn't even matter to me. Like I just knew from the get-go that it was gonna be like not that big of a deal. Archie, welcome in. And hi, Katamoose. Are you evil? I'm always saying I am, but that was like the first time I was like, ooh, am I evil? Am I evil? Maybe about this. But also, you guys know this is like my special interest. Like I could talk for a long time about obstetrics and gynecology. Because, pardon me, because like that's gonna be my ultimate idol goal, other than like 3D concert, is OBGYN. I lost my 48 stream streak. Ugh, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. It's really easy to lose your stream streak too. I feel like it was really bad. What, last year? Yeah, it felt like almost everyone lost their stream streak all at the same time because of all the finicky stuff they were doing to the stream streak. And now it like guilt trips you, apparently. Like if you almost miss a stream, then Twitch will be like, "Oh, you're about to lose your 20 stream streak in Citra Sunshine's streams. Don't you want to go give her a hello?" Ooh, guilt trip. It forces me to watch a clip to keep my streak. No shit. Really? I didn't know that. I don't normally do the stream streak because I don't know, because I don't want people to see me. There's Evil Fun, and then there's Evil Scientist Citrus Loves. Okay, I do love that guy. Sorry, I got like a couple of evil, very slightly balding, evil scientist guys. Actually, you know who's really kind of like getting on my good side recently? I hate to say this. But that Brian Johnson guy, the guy who's like trying to be immortal, he's kind of like, okay, I think he's a freaking loser. Just a little bit. Maybe that's the wrong word to say. But I do kind of think that, like, recently he's been, okay, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And he's been kind of hardcore going at, like, supplement companies. And also, like, he's been Sunblood. Is he taking his son's blood? Is he? That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, he's the guy who, like, eliminated microplastics from his house and then was like, I think the thing that got the most microplastics out of me was the sauna. Thought that was Tom Brady. No. He just kisses his blood-related son. Different. So many to keep track of. These are like the two big boys. At least I get pushed to them all the time. Brian Johnson's the guy. He wrote like a 3,000-word soliloquy to his girlfriend. That was, yeah, it was kind of gross. It's fine. Yeah, that guy sucks a lot. He's lame. He's lame. He sucks. He's doing research that like is fine. I think that he's like a one-man research project, which isn't really like indicative of anything. But he's been going after supplement companies really hard. And since he's kind of like a big boy, he like knows about immortality or whatever. He's like the modern day alchemist or something. People normally listen to him when they talk about like nutritional benefits of things. And so he was calling out some $200 supplement company that sells like they're just like a 30-ounce package for $200, I think it said on Amazon. And there were like multiple reports that showed they had no benefits, and I was like, I could have told you that. Yeah, supplements in the United States also aren't FDA regulated, and so you could just be getting like anything. Like, who gives a shit? It could be anything. It could be nothing. You could just be getting like just ground up like rat bones in your supplements. How would you know? Firefinch, welcome in. Yeah, even a picky idiot can be right. Yeah. I would just know. You just know if you were eating all the ground up rat bones. I mean, it probably have a kind of a chalky taste. I don't think I've ever eaten ground up bones ever, but I feel like I'd be able to identify it. Also, hi Necro. I would sense my aura being disrupted. Your chakras would be unaligned from your inaccurate supplements. Used to be so cool back in the 80s. Is that a guy from like AC/DC? Or I'm like not that old. Is that the name of like some guy from that? Gara, welcome in. Ugh, hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah, other than think about ovulation this week, I've just played like a lot of Enfield. Actually, I wrote 2 ASMR scripts, so I'm happy. I'm gonna record those this weekend. But I haven't really done anything but play Enfield, write ASMR scripts, sleep. I've been sleeping like way more than I normally do. Normally I only get like 6 hours of sleep. And I feel great. I feel fine. It doesn't really bother me that much. But recently, I just like at 10, like around 10 o'clock, I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired right now. I just want to go to bed. I want to go to bed so bad. It's so painful. I know, I love my factory. I love my factory so much. I don't think I'm very good at it, but I just take blueprints and then I modify them from there, and that takes like 5 hours. Yeah, everyone is sick right now. Hopefully you guys are taking care of yourselves. There seems to be a lot of things to take care of yourselves about recently. Snowstorm. New flu. Yeah, there's some freaky ass new flu going around, and it seems like it's nightmarish. And yesterday I had like a bad stomachache, and my fellow idols were like, "Are you sick? Are you sick?" And I was like, I hope not. Cause I'd rather be sick on a weekday than a weekend. Like, don't put that in the air. Stop it. Yeah, a bunch of people have been out. A bunch of people are just like coughing and nasty and throw-uppy. I don't know what it is. Apparently it's a strain of flu that wasn't covered by the vaccine this year. So like SOL, I guess. Renzo, welcome in. Oh, I'm gonna sleep, but I'll leave my PC on. I love you, Nugget. How are you? Oh, whoa, sleep well, sleep well. It's so nice to see you. I heard, I saw that you were playing a ass game. So, I hopefully you have no nightmares about the Dreamcast. What is your problem? Stop it. Yeah, but I don't know. This week was really fun for being on the internet. To me, at least. Because, I got to see everyone's takes about, like, the ovulation tracker thing, which was, like, on Tuesday, I guess, is when that blew up. Because at, like, 5:25 in the morning, I opened Discord, and I was like, and someone said, brought it up, and I was like, well, that's cute, but it's inaccurate, because there's no way you'd know that info about your Oshi. Oh, Hydrate. Welcome in, Dextrous. Welcome in, welcome in. People are absolutely retching. Ew! Retching in my classes recently? Like, ugh. Yeah, I don't even want to do it. I'll vomit if I try and do something like that. That's so gross. Just stay home. I was pretty lucky when I was doing university classes. My OChem teacher, she would do this kind of like simulcast of her class. And so if I was sick, I could just stay home and I could watch the simulcast and I could get participation points for being there. Because she would do like these like on the fly questions. And I could just answer them on my phone remotely. That was really nice. Triple Liver actually did explode. No! Are you just meat? Are you just meat on the ground? You're just gonna have to be scraped up with like a little scraper? That's so gross, bro. 2 bucket disease in classrooms. I hope it's not norovirus. Happened Tuesday? It was awful? Are you back to not goop anymore? Oh, Trent, thank you for the 6 months resubscription. Wish my professors could figure that out. Recently got snowed out. And the professor password locked the Zoom bot. How has it already been 6 months? That's crazy. Time does really pass quickly, huh? The end of the year always passes by quickly. But this January has felt like the longest January ever. Welcome in, Temp. How are you? But yeah, I wanted to give my 2 cents on like that ovulation tracker thingy, because like a lot of people liked my post on Twitter about like saying I was sad that the ovulation tracker was gone, cause I kind of was. Maybe I'm like a detriment to all women for saying that, I guess, cause a lot of people were obviously creeped out about it. I kind of get it, because like it's weird to have your cycle tracked, but the thing is, I bet that like a a lot of those girls never even thought about tracking their cycle. First off, some people do. But second off, it'd be like nearly impossible to know when your Oshi is ovulating. Dextrous, thank you so much for the subscription. I hope you enjoy your emotes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Watching professors still trying to learn Zoom in 2026 is wild. Yeah, my OChem teacher was really young. Young-ish. Actually, I guess she was like 50s-ish, maybe. Well, she looked young. I don't know, she could have been older than that. I'm not quite sure. But regardless, she had some simulcast, and it was delightful. I thought all women just let Love and D-Space do that for them. Kind of. I have heard anecdotally that the Love and D-Space tracker is really, really accurate. Neprin, welcome in. But it's really bad for PCOS. If you have it severely, like polycystic ovarian syndrome, I saw that you can't have a period for longer than 28 days straight on Love and Deep Space. Someone hit the max, and the game physically would not let her go another day. And she was like, I'm still bleeding, Silas. What's up? Like, why can't I just put this? Yeah, can you imagine bleeding from one of your orifices for 28 straight days? Stop ovulating now, kitten. That's the problem. She wasn't ovulating. That's why it was taking so long. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why, I didn't really think anything about, the ovulation tracker, because... Okay, first off, you have to know the exact start date and the exact end date of your Oshi's period. Second off, you have to know that for, a lot of months, because not everyone has, a 28-day cycle. In fact, I would stipulate that probably most of VTubers don't have a natural 28-day cycle. Do you know why I postulate that opinion? Because I know how VTubers eat. I know how I eat, even though I try my best. I did have Taco Bell for dinner because I was running really late home. And you know what? I love Taco Bell, and that's great. Is it messing up my microbiome? Of course. Is it probably doing terrible things to my entire whole body? Yes. Stalking seminar was, well, okay. It is a stalking seminar because if you're gonna do something, don't just half-ass it. You should definitely, try your hardest. What are your Oshi signs? Is she, kind of low-key not being that nice to you? Is she, is she, much more low energy? You need some better circumstantial evidence than my tummy hurt. I'm just saying, your tummy hurts? That could have been anything. You could have IBS. You don't know. What if her tummy hurts because, I don't know, she did, a really bad kickflip and she got her skateboard, shoved into her stomach. Yeah. Most of the anecdotal evidence for the periods were just my tummy hurts. You know what? My tummy hurts all the time. Well, kind of. Not really. It hurts sometimes, and I think it's mostly because I drink a lot of caffeine. And you know what? That's on me. That's my onus, or whatever they call it. Speaking of caffeine. Hold on. I'm back and I have a monster. Okay, anyways, what did you get? I got the crispy Cantina Crunch, and then I got a Baja Blast Zero Sugar, and then I got a hard taco. Yeah. But I normally get a lot of Baja Blast Zero Sugar because it's so good. But I would never buy that for myself from anywhere else. And you can't have Baja Blast outside of having Taco Bell. That's just wrong. Why? Gala, welcome in. All right, Popeye, let's go. Yeah, no sun, only caffeine, whack sleep schedule, no exercise. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, that's why I was it's wrong. It's wrong. I just know it. I just know it. That was my first thought before I had any other thoughts in the morning. Seeing this ovulation tracker, it's wrong. Yes. There's a small portion of people. A small portion of people who We'll probably tell you the exact dates. But people are like, a lot of girls are sensitive about talking about their periods. I don't know, I am. We need VTubers to opt into the Citrus Sunshine Tracking Program, true. If tummy hurt means period, then I'll have my period every time I get frozen pizza on sale. Based. You're like ovulating like crazy, Caltamus. Yeah, I do. You can't be blasting your Baja out on the street like that. Yeah, buying that shit from Safeway? Who are you? Absolutely disgusting. Also, I just opened this monster. Hold on. Second off, okay, let's say it's accurate. Let's say, like, oh, I've been, like, master data tracking my Oshi for, like, forever. Is bleeding really painful? Yes. I've talked about this before, maybe not in depth very often, but I used to get, in middle school and high school, I used to get my period so bad that I would vomit every time I, like, the first day of it, I would vomit. And then my mom started telling me, you gotta go to school. So I would vomit at school. and she would never, like, I don't know why. I guess she just tanked it. She was like, yeah, I had bad periods too. I'm like, why didn't you do anything about it at that time? Because in retrospect, she should have been like, we gotta go to the doctor. Like, why don't we get you on something? Like, why didn't she say that? Like, it's okay. Why didn't she say, like, oh, that's not good. It's bad that you throw up every time. Like, why don't we go see someone about that? Like, no, she just, like, tank it. Just tank it. Yeah, I'll never forget, especially because, like, I would vomit every time. And so there was one time I actually went to the nurse, and I was vomiting. And then I felt really ill, and so I had vomited in the tiny little garbage can that was by the bed in the nurse's office. And the nurse yelled at me because I was apparently too old to not run to the bathroom to vomit. And I was like 15! And so I felt even worse. I was like, what is happening right now? Yeah, she got mad at me. Just throw that shit away. It's just plastic. It's plastic in my throw up. How bad could this be? I don't get what the hell that lady's problem was. Yeah, I should have vomited on the floor. But no, I was just like, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's like, it's debilitating. I mean, it's not debilitating for everyone. But for me, like muscle pain radiating down my legs. Perhaps I could fix that through pelvic floor physical therapy. Who knows? Severe cramping, throwing up, extended duration of menses. Yeah, I guess that's it. For me, at least. Of course, everyone's different. Some people like don't even have that bad of a period at all. I don't know if it's like genetic or not. I've never really looked into that. I know it's weight dependent. Particularly PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, is when someone has like a multifollicular ovarian, like I don't know how to explain this, but it's basically like weird little thingies that are on the ovaries, and so like when you ovulate, and then the egg drops, like, and fails to implant, and then you start to have your period, like, all your follicles, like, I guess, like, start just, like, beating the shit out of you on the inside. I'm not quite sure, like, what makes it so bad. I think it's got something to do with, like, how they're adhered to the pelvic floor? Not quite sure. Regardless, it can cause, the number one thing about PCOS is that, most often, people don't ovulate, and then when they do have their period, like 40, 50 days of a cycle, it'll be horrific. It'll be like ED levels of painful. And that's like a big issue. I think that 90 days is the amount of time that someone cannot have a period before they have to start having an ablation, which is like a cauterization of the endometrial lining. And that's because, like, the buildup of the endometrial tissue, because that stuff is just kind of, like, sloughed off during every period. And it feels weird to not say menses, I'm sorry. It can thicken over time. I think that the limit is, like, 12 or 13 millimeters thick before you start having a higher chance of endometrial cancer. So, like, this shit's, like, serious. Sorry. You could say almost anything right now and I'll believe you. I'm sorry. That was probably, like, too in-depth. 12, welcome in. Yes, when Gizmo gets water poured onto him in Gremlins. Exactly like that. I mean, I don't know if I have that. The only way that you can diagnose things like endometriosis and PCOS is by diagnostic laparoscopy. Not only have I never had a pelvic ultrasound, I'm also not interested in having exploratory surgery. Can you demonstrate what? Thickening my endometrial lining? Sorry, I can't do that, I don't think. And the reason why I can't do that is because I have a hormonal IUD, which makes me not throw up every month. But like that kind of goes back into the ovulation tracking. My hormonal IUD, my Mirena, it's like good for 8 years. It's a localized hormone type of device. And so it's only secreting this hormone into my uterus. It's not doing it like anywhere else. And so it's not disrupting any of my hormones outside of that, which is delightful. Because that kind of stuff can like mess up with your mood, etc., etc. But I still like ovulate with my IUD. But the thing is that the IUD keeps my uterine lining so thin that there's no chance of implantation. And I guess like that's mostly the benefit. And so there's no period every month because there's nothing to slough off. On top of chance of stroke and such. Oh my god, yes. So true, Caltaboose. Wow, you know about the risks and benefits of systemic estradiol and progesterone onto your body. Yeah, that's a big issue with hormone replacement therapy in postmenopausal women is that like oh no, you're so right. I didn't think about it. Oral contraceptives like the birth control pill, I guess you would call it like colloquially, is that like it increases your risk of deep vein thrombosis. You guys know what that is? It's when like basically one of your veins gets real big, and then you can have like a massive freaking hemorrhage in your body. Gamer leg. Exactly. It is gamer leg. Sorry for talking about your hyperfixation queen. Yay! Well, I don't know if that's what Caltamoose meant. I think it just like very barely increases your risk of deep vein thrombosis when you're like premenopausal, postmenopausally. It's a increased risk. I don't know what the percentage is, but yeah, it's like serious. That shit's real. Gamer leg. It's when you get deep vein thrombosis. Guys can get that too. Deep vein thrombosis. I think to a much smaller degree. I mean, it depends. I don't really know. You see, I don't really know. Oh God, no! You looked it up in images? Don't do that. Don't look up. Don't look up anything. Don't look up any of the words I'm saying, please. That's why I don't have like any images. I don't want to show you guys like nasty shit. Why did you look that up? Yeah, to be fair. Yeah, standing desk helps with that. I don't know what the incidence of DVT is in men. But for women, it's like nearly. Oh. Yeah. DVT is almost always caused by unopposed estrogen, which is kind of crazy. That's why people are prescribed like progesterone in the premenopausal state. Estrogen can also like increase your chance of endometrial cancer. When you're postmenopausal, you like low-key don't need progesterone, but it's fine. Is gamer leg safe to look up? Probably not. Please don't. I've never heard it called that, but I know what it is. Is this something all women know? No. Sorry, my hyperfixation is OBGYN topics. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess I like don't really get the chance to talk about things like too in depth, I guess. Gamer anything, not safe to look up. I'll always oppose estrogen for you. Thank you. Hold on, let me stretch. What was I talking about? Oh. Well, I don't know. I think it's also like interesting. I'm kind of going off topic of ovulation. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was using myself as an example. But like, for example, I wouldn't be able to have my ovulation tracked, even though I do like technically go through like the menstrual cycle, like ovulation, that kind of thing, because it's like not shown because of the progesterone element of my IUD. The only way you'll be able to do that is by testing urine every single day. I actually saw that there was this device. It looks fancy and also expensive, but it's a device that you pee on. It's like Bluetooth, and I don't know how it does it, but it tracks your luteinizing hormone, which is your luteinizing hormone increases during ovulation. So when that's at its absolute peak, that's when you should like attempt to conceive. What if we release a bear in your vicinity once a week? What would that do? How would that change anything about my menstrual cycle? Estrogen can be bad. Yeah, I think that they just removed the black box label for estrogen. Like a black box label on a medication is like, this has serious effects to your life. But it's still like a pretty high risk. Like you should definitely take care of yourself. They can smell it on you, really? Bears can? No shit. I thought that was just like alphas. Reaching 150% of their latent potential, like the Shibuya incident? So true. Viper, welcome in. No, I don't know my own. I wouldn't be able to know. I guess like anecdotally, I do have like some cramps sometimes. But it would be really difficult for me to know outside of like doing actual testing. But I guess it's like not really relevant because like if this is impossible, just so you guys know, this is impossible. But if in some if I have like an immaculate conception, it would be like a really high chance of it to be like an ectopic pregnancy, which is a pregnancy inside of the fallopian tubes. Because there's like nowhere else to implant the embryo other than there. Like because my lining is so thin. And so if I become immaculately pregnant, then I'm like so SOL. If you have like a ectopic pregnancy, like it's like 100% chance of like hemorrhage inside of your body. It's really bad. Yeah, tube pregnancy, like a water slide with no water. Yeah, so it goes somewhere else, which is the worst thing that could happen to you. I don't like that. Yeah. Women are scary. That's kind of why I like learning about the topic in general. It was actually one of the few topics that really interested me when I did anatomy and physiology, because it's so like complicated. It's really complicated, but there's also so many complications that can arise from the same thing happening. The same thing happening that happens all across the world all the time. Like people get pregnant all the time. How are there so many complications that can happen just from one thing? And so I feel like very uniquely lucky to say like, ladies, don't worry about the ovulation tracker because it's probably wrong. And the people who are tracking it, they don't know as much as Citra Sunshine about ovulation. So unless they're like, I don't know, like in the medical field. So you guys shouldn't be scared about anything. Ectopic pregnancy also straight up kills you. Yeah, if you don't get it treated. I mean, bruh, if you think like you're pregnant, all the ladies out there right now, if you guys think you're pregnant, go see a doctor. Because you can see like an ectopic pregnancy like that. Whoa, another way to tell ectopic pregnancies is that like your beta HCGs, human gonadotropin levels like never really increase. That's like the #1 way you can tell, I believe. Then you need like a dilation and curettage, or you need like a manual vacuum aspiration, or you need to get like a, what's it called? You need to get I forget what it's called when you take out one of the tubes. I mean, sometimes you don't have to do that, but sometimes you do. Yeah, you can get it treated without much issue. But the issue is also that, like, 1 in 5 confirmed pregnancies is a miscarriage. And miscarriage can be like anything. It can be ectopic. It can be a spontaneous abortion, which is what the medical term for miscarriage is. It can be failed implantation into the uterine lining. There's like so many issues that could arise. It could also be a biochemical pregnancy, which is a miscarriage under 6 weeks, I believe. So like only known in blood chemistry levels only, I think is why it's called tubiectomy. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know what the incidence of ectopics are, but it's definitely more often than you think. It is also crazy to think that 1 in 5. Like, there's a lot. That's why, like, when you guys, like, all find, like, beautiful, sexy ladies, and then you guys, like, want to have a beautiful family and have children, then you guys can, like, know all the facts, too. Because I feel like it's really freaking brutal to have issues like this arise when they're just, like, super common. I feel like women also don't talk about this very often. But with the relevance of, like, the internet and TikTok and stuff like that, I feel like topics like this are way easier to find, like, support on. I don't know. I think that the human condition is quite fun. And it makes me happy to be able to talk about, like, issues like this. Do every one of those people even know about it? About their pregnancy? Sometimes they don't. Some of the 20% not even know. It depends. I wonder how the 1 in 5 stat looks when stratified by race and income level. That's a good question. You could probably find a report on that, like a metadata analysis. I don't think it would be that difficult to find. That wouldn't change the care provided. It shouldn't. I mean, you'd hope for the best. A lady told me I was gonna have pretty babies. Ooh, that hitting on you. Old lady was hitting on you. Harder than ever to get the right info. That's why you should just, like, listen to me when I talk about my hyperfixations, because I'm right and no one else is wrong. ChatGPT, move over. I can answer questions to my limited ability. Easy peasy. Don't worry, Miyazaki educated me with Bloodborne. Yeah, that shit's all about miscarriage and pregnancy. This is why it's important to make autistic friends. Yes, I could be that for you, but mostly about pregnancy. Yeah, but you're like Dark Souls 2? How does that make me, like, better or worse? That should make me better. Liking Dark Souls 2 and also knowing a lot about ovulation, make me a better person. Yeah, what do they call it? It's like a shadow pregnancy or something. Invisible? It's got some, like, weird term. I forget what it is. A shadow pregnancy sounds like the shadow government impregnated you. You don't suck up to me enough and tell me how smart I am, though. Less of 6, you're very smart, and I like seeing your posts about stuff that you do in your daily life, and you should talk about oil stuff more because it is interesting to me. Shadow the Hedgehog? Search engines for research and white papers have not disappeared. Yeah. I do like the NCBI or something is what it's called. I feel like Google knows what I'm into, so I can find research papers pretty easily. At least you don't have to worry about your backhand or nose getting pregnant. That's true, I guess. Wow, that would be scary. What are you talking about? My backhand or nose getting pregnant? What do you mean? What does that mean? Hand, back, or nose? I don't want any of those portions of my body to get pregnant. It seems like it's gonna be difficult to even be pregnant in the stomach, let alone any other part of my body. Don't frogs get pregnant in the back? Yeah, but it seems chill for them. No, they don't, because they lay eggs. Frogs lay eggs. You almost just got me. True facts about the frog, octopus, and the cuttlefish. Yeah, but don't, like, the majority of those lay eggs? They just got like... Oh, there's a frog with all the holes in its back. Ew. Like a trypophobia? Frog? Yeah, I guess I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy about that. Back would be cool. Hunchback ladies all over the place. It sounds terrible for your back. What are you talking about? That sounds horrific. I think it's like the best that we give birth via the pelvis, cause it's kind of like... Sorry, I'm also looking for something. There we go, I found it. I'm sorry. It's like the bestest that we get pregnant in the pelvis, cause like it's kind of like its own little cup, don't you think? At least in like women, I know it's like a different shape for men, but realistically, it's like the only place that I guess could support a baby of that size. All the time, I just think about how useless human babies are. Like, that shit sits in there for 9 months, and then it's, like, not good. Like, that child is not good until, like, age 30. Like, what are we doing? The incubation period for the average human is too long. We need to keep going. Like, start developing now. How does a predator not take out this 5-year-old? They do it all the time. Yes. Yeah, we need to like bring back child labor or something. I don't know, cause sometimes I'm just like, holy shit, this 3 months, like old baby can't do shit. It does nothing at all. Worst baby type ever. Someone I saw said we should put them in Matrix-style pods to mine crypto until they're able to mostly function. That's crazy. Yeah, yes, cows, giraffes, they walk day 1. Some animals like don't even need mother's milk. They just like go. They just leave. Like, why can't you just have a baby in 9 months and then it works an office job? Having them develop more protected, we should just like have babies that start off with like a business suit. I don't know, there has to be a way. Yeah, mammals have it much harder carrying their babies. Or we should get like a pouch, like a kangaroo. I was thinking sounds kind of nice. But yeah, it's just like a highly dangerous. I think that statistically, pregnancy is one of the most dangerous things that like a woman can do. Not only that, but it can like completely destroy your pelvic floor, and it can cause a permanent abdominal what's the reverse of adhesion? I'm trying to think of the word that it is. Is it called diastasis recti? Hold on. Yes, it is. Oh, I'm like so smart. Diastasis recti is a separation of the abdominal muscles, causing a bulge in the belly that is often seen during and after pregnancy. Yeah, it's like where your abdominal muscles separate from your fat layer as well as your insides, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's mostly fixed by pelvic floor physical therapy, which is why I'm always telling Tepanya, pelvic floor physical therapy. Because in countries like France and other parts of the European Union, a lot of the postpartum course, the course after delivery, postpartum, it's also, fun fact, called antepartum when you're currently pregnant. It's called preconception, like when you're trying. But a lot of postpartum EU countries, they have like built-in pelvic floor therapy into like the course. And so you would do that like what, like after like six weeks? No, maybe like 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, my preconception, my precognition that my baby will be in Mensa. Yeah, it's like hardcore. I think I read like an article when I was in school talking about how this lady, she didn't know anything about like the pelvic floor, and she, after like 6 weeks, went to go back to exercise, and she had nearly complete... Close your ears if you don't want to hear this, by the way. Close your ears, close your ears, close your ears if you don't want to hear gore. Yeah, she started working on a treadmill, and she had nearly complete vaginal prolapse from her postpartum course that she did not understand happened to her because she didn't have any postpartum care, like no follow-ups after she delivered. She just was like, okay, I'm ready to go exercise. Prolapse on a treadmill? Nope. That's like when your insides are on your outsides. Why didn't I stop listening? Sorry. But yeah, stuff like that is like very common. Prolapse and judgment, indeed. That's why you should always follow up care. It's a crazy workout. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she was going ham. It does seem like kind of hardcore, like way more than normal. But some people just have issues like that. Yeah, it like permanently changes the structure of some of your body systems. It's kind of crazy. That's why I'm like so interested. I know I'm just like always bullying Tepanya about like pelvic floor physical therapy. But it's just like such like a huge subsection of physical therapy that I feel like is really, really, really ramping up. Yeah, reconstructive surgery. Did you have any lacerations after your delivery? Like, was your baby so big that it tore your vagina? Like, what's the haps? Like, did you have like a postpartum hemorrhage? Really common. Like, how are you healing? How's your incision site healing? Cause like 1 in 3 pregnancies is a C-section, I believe. 1 in 3. So what? 33%. 0.33333333. Yeah. So you know, like it's also like crazy surgery to have a C-section, right? Cause you have to cut into the abdominal wall, diagonally, which is against the grain, low key. And then they have to manually move your organs, and then they cut into the uterus, and then they pull your baby out. Yes, I'm not saying that it's like, no. I don't want anyone to think like, oh, I'm saying this because it's like bad. Because I think that pregnancy is epic. But I think it's epic because of all these cool things I'm telling you guys about. I don't know. Like, I'm totally ready to experience all these things because I already know they're gonna happen. Like, who knows what the future may hold? So, if I have all the facts, then I'll just know what's going on. Why do they not simply purchase one at the market? A baby? I don't know. That's wild when you think about what women must have done pre-medicine for that. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, how many like storylines, like period piece storylines, have like, oh, my wife died in childbirth. You know why? Because breech baby. So feet down. That was like super common way to die. But nowadays we have, oh, there's this new thing. This is fun, I guess, for me to know, and maybe you guys. But there's this maneuver that they've invented. It's called ECV. I forget what it's called. It's called, yeah, external cephalic version. I don't know why it's called version, but basically, your doctor, if your baby is feet down, your doctor can take you to the OR, sedate you, and then, do you know what they do? They manually, with their own 2 hands, push on your baby to make the baby flip over. They make them get rotated. Yeah, I shit you not. It's real. Yeah, and you can only do it at like a certain gestational age, like, yeah. It's only like 30, 36, 37 weeks pregnancy, so like pretty close to the end. Yeah, have at it. Rotate my baby. Rotate that idiot chud I have in my body right now. Yeah, it's called external cephalic version. Yeah, because cephalic is the name of when your baby is head down. Breech is when feet down. But yeah, you can see. This image is really funny, actually. Here, I'm just going to show you guys. because this image is kind of killing me. But yeah, they do it from the outside. They like don't go inside to do this. They just press really hard. But they also monitor the baby. And so like if the baby's like heart rate is slowing, then they stop. And then you have to get a C-section or you die, I guess. Or you could just like have all these issues. Like that's fine too. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, so basically they just like rotate the baby from the outside and then they push it down. So like the head is there and the baby can't move again. Yeah. Look, they really do rotate it like a little pizza dough. Like a Cooking Mama mini game. Yes. Isn't it so fun? External cephalic version. I don't know what's called a version. Poor baby just wondering what's going on. I'm sure you don't give a shit when you're a baby. You're just like, oh shit, I'm moving. I'm moving now. That's weird. I'm moving. Yeah, it must be fun as hell to rotate the baby. I want to do that. Mod, spin this user's baby around in the womb. Yeah, I don't know. I think that babies are so weird. It's so weird how they just hang out in there for so long. Play that Italian song over it like I don't know what it's called. No, I guess that like babies really don't. Babies can't even see for like 4 to 6 weeks. Is that correct? Yeah, babies got freaky eyes. They can't like make out anything but shapes for like the first couple of weeks of their life. So, like if you're like, wow, that baby is looking at me. No, it's not. I'm sorry. That baby is looking at nothing. That baby is reacting to light stimuli, unfortunately. They can make nice faces. Yeah, but they have to see the faces first. They can't see faces until like 3 or 4 weeks. When can babies see? Oh, no shit. I'm sorry. Babies actually can't see for 5 to 6 months. Birth to 1 month of age. Babies see in black and white and shades of gray. Oh, wow. My baby is a little, kinky right out of the womb. 2 months to 3 months, they can, follow objects with their eyes. At 4 months, babies can see farther away. And then they are starting to have depth perception. And then by 6 months, babies can finally see color. No shit, that's crazy. Oh yeah, they can probably hear pretty well. But yeah, they don't see in color. They're like a dog for the first 6 months of their lives. That's why I'm like, babies are so useless. Babies are so freaking useless. I miss those days, yeah. I remember them fondly. I remember my black and white days pretty well. Yeah. Seeing happens mostly in the brain, which is really complicated. I would never do any shit with eyes, because it's all like nerve ending garbage. And like, eye shit is so much. It's terrible. When I was learning about it in school, like, your left eye is actually controlled by a nerve that's going to like the right side, and the right eye is controlled by a nerve going to the left side. And in addition, your eyes are like so messed up. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about this. I haven't thought about it in a while because I don't care. But yeah, like your brain gets the stimuli. Like you guys are looking at me right now, right? Look at me. So technically, you guys are receiving the stimuli upside down, and then your cornea reflects it in your eyes, and then I'm right side up. Yeah. It's weird. It's gross. Like, why? I would never do any of that shit. I need to go to the optometrist. I keep forgetting to make that appointment, by the way. Sorry. I definitely think my eyes are getting worse, because, does it work in Australia because everything's already upside down? Do you look kind of fuzzy? It's just it's my Gaussian blur. Yeah. The brain has to flip the image in processing, which is so gross. Like, why can't you just, like, process external stimuli in the right way? So gross. Hold on, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Yeah, okay, but also, like, if your Oshi was ovulating too, like, you don't know what kind of birth control they're on. And so even if they're ovulating, like, it would not be relevant, low-key. Because some people, like, ovulate, but they have protection. And so there's just, like, multiple levels of why I was like, meh, I don't really care about this. But then when I realized that I was, like, I saw a bunch of people who were, like, genuinely upset, and I was like, I'm, like, a bad person. I'm a bad person for saying that I'm into this. But also, pregnant Oshi tracker, oh my god, that kind of, like, be peak. If your Oshi, like, was pregnant, and then, like, you could track in real time her gestational age, low-key peak. Peak for me, I guess. I don't know if it would be peak for anyone else. I'm sorry. I'd be into it. Cause I like data. I was like a little sad that I couldn't know my own data in the moment. Like after I woke up, I was like, I wouldn't be able to have my ovulation track. Like this sucks. Why? But I mean, I'm not gonna get rid of my IUD. That shit was ass to get in. So, ass. Absolutely terrible. But in my mind, I was like, I won't be able to track mine. I would have to like do some bullshit to figure out where I am in my cycle. This stuff sucks. It's fine. Shadow drop a kid. Power play. Oh yes. It lasts years? Yeah. The Mirena IUD was just FDA approved for like 8 years. And I got mine, what? I got mine in 2 years, no, 3 years ago now. I think I got it in like, I got it really on during streaming because I was like, I can't miss, this is a really bad reason why to get an IUD. But in my mind, I was like, I can't keep feeling this sick and streaming. Yeah, that was like my for real reason. Was that I was like, yeah, they call me a whiner. Yeah, they call me a bitch. No, I asked 3 separate times, and then they were like, we don't do this at this office. And I was like, what do you mean? I've literally been to your other offices, and you do it. You do it. You do it. You do the paracervical block, bastard. Didn't send in my Valium to the goddamn pharmacy. I didn't even take ibuprofen. Just raw dogged that shit. And I got freaking cervical stenosis. Do you know what that is? It's when my cervix is incredibly difficult to dilate. It's actually so bad that they give you 1/2 of a freaking... they give you 1/2 of a type of abortion pill to soften your cervix because that's how severe it is. And you know what my chart says? Overcame cervical stenosis with dilators. That's not how that shit works, dude. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. You could have perforated my cervix, you bastard. It's fine. I'm okay now, because, like, I'm not in any pain. But I was in pain for 5 months straight. Yeah, he could have perforated my cervix. Like, that was a real, issue that could have happened to me. But yeah, it's fine. Because it's good now. And I feel great. Like, some kind of achievement. Yeah, I read that, and I was like, yeah. Actually, when I came, or when I sat up and got dressed and left, I think I was laughing. I think I was in so much pain that I was laughing because I was like, oh my god, that was the most painful thing I've ever done ever in my life so far. I mean, if I get hit by a car, maybe. 10 out of 10. It's also difficult because there are 3 different nervous axes that are right next to your cervix, and so it's like a very uniquely painful experience. Yeah, and I just was like, it's okay. It's in for 8 years, and I actually spoke to my doctor friend, and I was like, hey, asking for a friend. Should I like go to the doctor if Or I'm supposed to be pretending that I'm not talking about myself. Asking for a friend. If they're still having like pelvic pain after like 5 months, should you go like get an ultrasound? And she was like, is this friend bleeding? And I was like, no, I just have pelvic pain. And she was like, oh. But you know what? It went away. You see, if you just ignore, if you ignore something for long enough, it'll just go away. Huge dub for me. Because I didn't want to pay for an ultrasound. I don't know why. I don't know why either. I don't know why he didn't give me the damn paracervical block. You know what that is? A shot of lidocaine into the cervix. Really easy. It doesn't even cost that much. Lidocaine is like dime a dozen. If you ignore the pain, it'll feel all better. That's what I was kind of like hoping for. And you know what it did? So easy peasy lemon squeezy. And now I have it for like 6 more years, I guess. And the best thing about the IUD is that like if I wanted to conceive in the next 6 years, I can just get it out, and I'm instantly fertile. That's one of the benefits of it being local. Of course, there are like issues with that, mostly because my endometrial lining is likely quite thin. So realistically, I probably couldn't get pregnant for at least a few months until like my cycle regulated. But theoretically, no, getting it out is not as bad. So there are like 2 little threads that poke out of the cervix. They're like soft. I don't know what they're made of. Maybe they're made out of like some kind of like durable fiber. I'm not quite sure. But when you want to get it out, you just like, they just grasp it and they pull it out. Whereas when you put it in, your cervix has to be dilated with these like very thin rods, in order to keep it open long enough for the IUD to go in. And it's like really dangerous to have your cervix be dilated outside of that, which is why it's done like under sterile procedure. And so, you know, part of your body doesn't want to open up at all. It's certainly not mine. Yeah, actually, I think I called my mom immediately after I got my IUD, and I was like, hey, you made me wrong. You made me wrong on the inside. And she was like, well, I wasn't looking inside of you when I was pregnant with you, so can't help you with that. But yeah, it's like congenital, the issue that I have. It's apparently like not going to like impact like fertility in the future, so I'm fine with it. Just nightmarish. They hold a magnet up to your pelvis and drag it down. No! Mine's like all plastic. Or like medical grade plastic. I'm not quite sure what it is. But you're thinking of the copper IUD. It's really interesting because like copper has been known to be like a spermicide for like forever. Like since like the 40s or 50s. But I don't know like who the first person was to find that out. Like how do you find out that copper is spermicidal? How does that happen? What a weird thing. Soft plastic or nylon? Oh, so it might be plastic. Wow, I got like extra plastic in me. I always knew I was full of microplastics. Should call my dad and say the same thing about baldness. You should be like, you made me wrong. Hey, your genetics actually low-key suck. My copper cum chalice isn't working like the other. Yeah, exactly. You have such a positive attitude? Well, it's better to be positive than negative. I don't know. There's no reason to like be negative. Even in the moment when I was in like really severe pain, I was still laughing. I think like when I'm in bad situations, one of my default things is to laugh. But also, it is kind of like, you know, like the adrenaline, like getting off a roller coaster, except pain. Yeah, who's the first guy who milked a cow actually doing? Yeah, what are you up to? So freaky. Yeah, it is kind of fun for me to talk about. It might not be interesting for you guys, but of course, like this is my jam. I'm so thirsty, I drink anything. Oh, anything. Why don't you drink from my copper cum chalice? I mean, my cow's udders. Then the same after car crashes. Yeah, I guess it's like the same as a car crash. Flavor girl, come in. Yes, I actually got yelled at really early on, like when I was like 17. I got reprimanded by a manager because I laughed really bad when something bad happened. Oh yeah, I was working back of house. And I dropped a bunch of bacon that I had cooked. And I think I laughed out loud. And he got really mad at me and he was like, "That's not funny. Like, that's serious. Like, you just wasted product." And I was like, "I'm sorry, man. I don't really care." Also, but because I'm 17. But regardless, I've always had that issue. Like during there was one time, oh yeah, I was canoeing with my mom, and all of a sudden the water started getting really choppy. And normally in the orange farm, the water is not choppy like nearly ever, unless it's about to thunderstorm. And so we had gone into like this small swamp area to canoe, and we were coming back into this like back into the open ocean in order to go back to return to canoe because we were at like some camp. And when we were going from like the brackish water of the swamp to the ocean water, like pure seawater, the water was so choppy that it was impossible to paddle back to shore. And there was at one point that we were all sweating our asses off trying to get to shore. And I remember I just started laughing the entire time, so it got even harder to paddle. Yeah, that was a bad situation. But sometimes when you're in a bad situation, it's better to laugh than to like freak out. Oh yeah, I have a different story with a gator though. Like that story I was genuinely scared though, cause they had let us rent canoes. A different canoe story. They had let us rent canoes during alligator mating season, which in retrospect, bad. But we were canoeing through some areas that had manatees. They told us, but we didn't see any, so we were coming back, and my mom said, "Stop paddling now." And I was like, "What? What's wrong?" On the bank, maybe like 20 feet away, maybe. Giant alligator on the bank. And she was like, "Don't make any noise. Don't move. I'm going to slowly paddle." And so we just slowly paddled past this giant ass alligator. It was huge too. Like, you know, it's all of Florida has that shit. It's all like that. It's all like that. Ace, welcome in. Thank you. How are you? The proper response to dropped bacon is to cry. Yeah, I should have been like, "Please don't fire me." Just wave hello to him. No, like that shit was serious because the canoe was kind of not big. It was very small. And it was also very low to the water. With our combined weights in it. Like it wasn't giving us really any protection. So if anything happened, like it would have been bad. That thing was just staring at. And maybe it was docile. Or probably not. You didn't have a gun? No. I was like 8. Also. And my mom does not concealed carry on canoes. I'll be paddling with a gun. I guess I should. Yeah, that sounds very Floridian to do. Thank God I brought my pistol with me on this canoe trip. You weren't strapped by the time you were double digits. I know. Cringe, Floridian child. I didn't shoot a gun for like a really long time, though, to be fair. My dad's owned a rifle for like a really long time, but I only like started shooting, I don't know, late high school. And that's mostly because a bunch of my friends, boyfriends did it. And so we used to go out to the range with them all the time. And that was really fun. And then I did it during the pandemic. Maybe like 2023, I went out again with some friends. That shit was so sketch. They were like, "Oh, there's like this shooting range that's just owned by some guy. And he just owns this land and he lets people shoot." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And that was the worst drive ever. I thought I was going to die. Like, I was not with someone who knew how to drive. Shooting range? Sure, why not? My brother has the most insane bear story where his coworker had to shoot a charging bear. They were helicoptered into a super remote area in northern British Columbia. Holy shit. Sketchy gun range. Yeah, it was also sketchy because, okay, so like it was tiered. So it was up a mountain, kind of, like up a hill, not really a mountain. But there were 4 different levels. So we were at the lowest level of the shooting range because there was someone 2 levels above us. And then the very highest level, like the peak of this hill, was where people shot out semi-automatic guns. And so the entire time, someone slightly above us, I mean, I couldn't see them, but they were definitely shooting. Someone very slightly above us was just like, and I was like, I don't feel good here, King. It's okay. It's fine. It's good. Yeah, but afterwards, then we just like watched them shoot from up the hill, and it was cool. But before then, I was like, I'm gonna like get hit by some bullet that's like just veering the wrong way. It's fine. Yeah, I think that gun range is owned by some local gun store guy. I'm not quite sure. I didn't ask too many questions. I was just like, hey, I wanna come shoot. Here's like $20 for ammo. Thank you. That's so scary though, shooting a bear. Did like the bear even stop? I don't know, I just feel like bears are immovable objects to me. I worry most about the people next to me at a range unless I recognize them. Too many people have dog water trigger discipline. Yeah, I like to think of myself as someone who is pretty good at shooting. Realistically, but I've been with people before who have not been able to shoot. I feel like I probably like shooting rifles the most though, just because I like the accuracy. It's kind of crazy how I'm so bad at FPSs. And yet, I do, it's different, it's different. Even in archery, I've always wanted to do archery, but I've never had the chance to do it. There's like an archery range not super far away, but I've just never tried. You know, like, getting on board with that kind of thing is kind of a lot, but I thought it would be cool if I could. So funny, because the guy I worked with is super big, so he joked that he wasn't scared because he knew he could outrun his coworker. Coworker said he wasn't scared because he knew he could shoot my brother! Wow. They killed it with 1 shot? What the hell? Is that legal? Wait. Are bears protected in Canada? Or no? Or maybe it depends? Slugs will put down most things. That's so interesting. Yeah, it's people who do not treat guns as tools that can and will instantly kill a person is disturbing. Its skull is very thick. You know, never really had the chance to see a bear in real life, and I'm okay with, like, never, ever seeing one. Also, that's okay with me. They are, I think if you're 200 miles from any house, I'm sure there's, like, some self-defense shit. Like, oh, the bear was gonna kill me. You could probably get away with that. Like, I'm sure it happens all the time. There was, like, some weird spree in Japan where, like, they had to put down like 5 different bears because bears were just like mauling old people. Yeah. I've seen cubs IRL, but I 180 because I didn't want to see the mom. Good choice. Wow, nice. If it's not actively charging you, it might be illegal. I just think it'd be difficult to... I mean, you could probably determine if it was charging you based on the... shell remnants, right? Because if that's the case, if you're being charged, you're probably gonna get either a point blank shot or you're gonna get a shot directly in the face. Yeah, angle of entry, yes. They were working on pipelines in the middle of nowhere, so they had nowhere to go or do anything. That's so scary. That's so scary. Ew. I mean, good on them for not freezing up. I mean, it's either do or be killed, really, in that kind of situation. I don't know if I've ever been in that kind of situation before. Like, I have to do this right now. Mostly it's like hesitancy. Yeah, save or die. Live or die. You have to choose one right now. For the oil sands or whatever it was called. Oh, yeah. I think I maybe... I don't know. Live and learn. Yeah, just like Sonic said. He was right. Yeah, I like living in a place where I can choose to not see animals, and I can choose to go see them. That's my choice. I'm not going to see a bear anytime soon. That makes me happy. Even though I kind of do miss boars. I know that there are like a lot of boars in America. Like there's like a lot of freaking boars. Like we should and should continue to kill boars indiscriminately because those things like populate like crazy. But when I was growing up, boars just everywhere, side of the road, just like eating shit out of people's garbage cans. Boars are scary because they eat you alive. They get huge. The 40 hogs guy, you guys remember that post on Twitter that was like, if I have to get rid of my semi-automatic rifle, how am I going to protect my family against like 40 feral hogs? But you know what? I feel like that guy's low-key kind of justified. Have you ever seen a feral hog outside? They get like 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds. I don't even know how to quantify it. But yeah, like they're gigantic. And they always have huge litters too. Like 3 or 4 children minimum per pregnancy. Home slice boar hunt, yes. Yes, we should all go hunting together. And please don't kill me, or I'll kill you guys. Hee. Hi, Double C, welcome in. You eat them. I don't think that they're good to eat. The feral ones. I'm not quite sure why. Because I feel like that'd be an easy way to make some food, right? But I've never heard of anyone eating... No, 9-Volt Worm, you're from Hawaii, right? Hawaiian feral hogs can be eaten. I don't know why. But people get that shit shipped from Hawaii to the mainland. I don't know what the difference is. I think it might be just regional. Probably also diet. Do you think most boars are tame? No, what I'm saying is I think that the boar from Hawaii is not going to be as delightful and delicious as the boar from the Midwest who's eaten like nothing. Garbage. Yeah. I think I was given a business card one time for a dude who sold Hawaiian wild boar. Feral pigs can now be found on 6 of Hawaii's 7 inhabited islands. Eat wild pig! Oh, it's because they're like a Polynesian animal breed. Can you... Hold on. Can you eat wild boar? Let's just choose Texas. Ooh, they got weird... What are these? Oh! This is... Holy shit. I've never heard of this before. Wow. Oh, this is from Florida! From the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. Have you guys ever heard of this disease before? I've never heard of this disease before. It's called swine brucellosis. Apparently, it can cause... Let's see. Oh, interesting. Wild hogs, though not originally native to Florida, are now found in all 67 counties. Yeah, it's caused by Brucella scius, and it is a significant bacterial disease that affects reproductive health, causing abortions and infertility. Though often with mild or no symptoms in the wild animals themselves, and acts as a reservoir for infecting domestic pigs and humans, especially through handling raw meat or fluids from infected animals. And with human symptoms including fever, fatigue, and joint pain, requiring antibiotic treatment. Interesting. So even through butchery, I guess if it gets in one of your mucous membranes. Interesting. I've never heard of this before. Brucellosis. Yeah, it looks like it sucks. Oh, it can cause long-term issues like endocarditis, heart lining inflammation, or arthritis. Why arthritis though? I wonder why. Oh, it makes your organs big. You ever want inside gains and outside gains? You should get this. Sounds like a lie to keep you from eating delicious wild bacon. You just gotta cook it for a long time. Yeah, you have to cook it properly. In order to, why are we talking about this? For fun! Don't you think that's fun? Boar is among the fancier meats, like wild game in general. I wonder if in Europe, maybe the incidence of this disease is probably less, maybe? I'm not quite sure. I ate wild boar meat when I was a kid. Am I cooked? No, because you probably ate it. Incidence in Europe. Oh, it's really low in Europe. Yeah. This disease is really low in wild boars in Europe. And then let me see in Korea. No, it looks like in Korea it's almost like never there. I wonder what spreads it. It must just be between boar to boar, which is why it's so hardcore in America, because wild hogs are so uncontrolled. Yippee! The amount of boar they can get is insane. Ooh. You know, I've never known anyone who hunted wild boar. I've only known people who have hunted alligator before. I should have gotten different friends. But yeah, like normally I would do mostly fishing. I never really did hunting. I went hunting once with my great grandpa, and we stopped after 2 hours because he was tired. Which is fine. I had fun regardless. Yeah, we went bird hunting. Yeah. Oh yeah. There West of 6. There's like awards for hunting the most amount of alligators per year. I think they have like bounties for them every year. Like, how many alligators did you kill this year? How many alligators did you kill? Ooh. Alexius, thank you for the 15 stream streak. Welcome in. Who else cranking they wild hog? You better be cranking that thing to like 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry. Can I give you 2 orders? How do you mean? Oh yeah, this cold front would kill the pythons. Definitely not. Yeah, well maybe. Ooh, actually maybe. Yeah, you guys know about the freezing lizard, meter, right? You guys have heard about the freezing lizard thing that Florida does? Where like, it'll get to a certain temperature where people have to watch out for, frozen iguanas because they'll just fall out of trees, when they get too cold. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Yeah, they just fall down, and I think they just lay there for a really long time. I feel bad for them, me too! Let's see. Don't pick up frozen iguanas. Let me see. Normally there's like a picture of it. But yeah, they'll become immobilized and fall from trees when temperatures drop below 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's called cold stunning. Don't pick them up. Don't pick them up, home slices. Yeah. So funny. So cute, though. Yeah, here. Let me see. I love listening to my own music. Yeah, it's okay. They're cute, though. The Orange Farm Weather Service has issued a falling frozen lizard warning. Isn't it cute? Though, I don't know. I like iguanas. Iguanas are really cute to me. I think that when I'm, like, old, I want to own a big iguana or something like that. I've always thought they were cute. I just don't like how lizard enclosures kind of smell. I feel like they have a very unique scent that is not good. I wouldn't want that like in my house, I guess. Or maybe if I had like a garage, I could put the iguana in the garage, maybe. Welcome in, Breadman. How are you? Peculiar? I don't know. I mean, all weird pets have the smell problem. Yeah, I guess so. Or like maybe like a snake. I think would be cute. I'm not sure. If you grow up like near the equator, maybe some of you guys who live in warmer temps will recognize this. But did you guys like ever pull off lizard tails when you were younger? Have you guys ever done that before? Lizard tails will just like spontaneously pop off if you pick up lizards, like little tiny ones. And so me and my friends used to collect them. My friend did all the time. Yeah. Of course, we wouldn't touch the ones that looked like they had a tail growing back. But if the lizard tail pops off, then then it'll just like wiggle. It's cute. Yeah. We used to see how many lizards we could catch at the same time. Made me feel bad. It also made me kind of feel bad too, but I've heard that it doesn't hurt them, depending. If it comes off naturally. Got their tail stuck and plop. Yeah. It's like their self-defense mechanism for if they get caught by a predator. They just like, whoop, no tail. Yeah. I'm terrified of snakes. My one friend had a pet snake and I would wake up at his couch freaking out thinking it was on me. That's so funny. Was it just like a snake that just hung around? That just like kind of just went wherever it wanted? That kind of rocks. I've always thought that they were kind of cute, but when you're younger in Florida, I feel like it's a dime a dozen. You can like go anywhere and hold an alligator, hold a snake. There's always just some dude who has a snake, and he's like, "You want to touch my snake? Do you want like this snake to go around your neck?" And I'd be like, "Okay, yeah, I'll do that." So I have a bunch of pictures of myself when I was younger with like a snake around my neck. Who's in a case but I'm weak? I have never said anything like that. Hey, you want to touch my snake? Hey, feel how soft my snake is. But like unironically, I do think that snakes do kind of feel like really soft and silky. Old people love having a big pet and walking around with it. Yes! Yeah, if you're just like a big snake guy, like a ball python snake guy. That's gonna be me when I'm old. When I'm an uncle. When I'm like so unk-core and I only wear flip-flops. Ladies, what if it strangles your neck? Most of the time they won't do that. Or I think like nearly all the time. It's only like pretty rare. I think it's certain types of snakes that will be aggressive like that. Don't people in Florida always die to their exotic pets? Yeah, kinda. It's mostly the people who have monkeys. Don't own a monkey, dude. Why would you ever own a monkey? Monkeys freak me out a little bit. Yeah, the snake only strangles you if you like whimsy in your heart, and most of the time they're like kind of cute. Like, I don't know, as long as snakes are like fed and not in any immediate danger, they seem pretty curious. Yeah, they won't try and constrict you. It's pretty rare. The rare cases, there was like issue a while ago. I think I read some article about it like a year or two ago where like this lady's arm was broken by a snake. But the thing is that she was improperly feeding her snake and like giving it mixed signals about if she had a rat in her hand or not. Someone died to an eel, got shredded by its talons. Those things are dinosaurs. That shit make me scared. I don't wanna. Emails freak me out. I've already talked about this. I don't like them. Citrus, you should get a monkey and put it in a diaper. I would rather put a gun in your hand and tell you to shoot me in the head. Like, that's what that, like, is an equivalent to me. Absolutely not. Chimps, like, rip people's faces off. I'm not doing that. I would block someone who had a chimp as a pet on everywhere. Everywhere. I'll get a restraining order. Don't get that shit near me. Monkey, hell no. Yes. I would never, ever. Nope. Freaky. If you have a chimp for a pet, you should go to jail. That's like our direct ancestors, second off. Like, it's just your hubris. Oh, an ewe is a female. Sorry, I was thinking of an emu. I was thinking of the emu. Did you say ew? Oopsies. You ever go to that Tiger King zoo? No, I've never been, even though I'm a really big cat fan. I love big cats. I was a little freak about them when I was younger. Yeah, you can't even hope to understand what a primate is thinking. Because not only are they thinking in relative cognizance, like, to us, but they just have, like, a completely different set of internal rules that we don't understand. Like, I'm not... I'm sorry. I really don't like them. I respect primates, but I don't respect anyone who thinks that they can keep it like a baby. I'm gonna get a monkey and make it a VTuber and I'll name it the Smarter Citrus Sunshine. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, put a monkey in front of a computer screen and then, see what happens. Chimps are scary. Yeah, I don't know. They're freaky to me. Good luck with your face. Yeah, 9-volt Worm's not gonna have a face. Next time they join stream. He's an ape, not a monkey. Who is? 9-volt? Also, welcome in, Chicken Coop. How are you? I hope your day's going good. I don't know how we got from, like, ovulation to monkeys, but it's okay. I just really wanted to info dump about ovulation. I felt like really, it was like burning up inside of me. What? You guys should have been here like an hour and a half ago. I was talking about ovulation. You guys gotta keep up. You guys should have been here like an hour ago. I info dumped so hard. Good for you. Thank you. Yeah, it made me feel better. Recap. The OV, is it ovo.moe? Is it? Let me see. Oh, maybe I can just find it in my own Discord. Also, you guys should join my Discord. Hold on. I'll link it in a hot second. It's OVU.moe. Might be. That moe makes it cute. Yeah, let's see if any of my friends are on here. Let's see if Zuzu's here. Oh, found her. Bruh, no one's got her ovulation tracker. Set up. I'll start tracking her ovulation. I don't even give a shit. That's so sad. Bro, come on. She's in here, like, in the list, but no one's given her, put in any data for her. Like, come on. Let's lock in. You're says that Essie is menstruating. That's so sad. Yeah, but this shit is so ass. Because okay, I'm looking at Essie's right now. But all of these observations of hers are just, my head hurts, my tummy hurts, I have a stomach ache. I have to be up early, so we'll watch Old Boy next week. My head hurts. Why does she just have a headache? Girl needs to take some ibuprofen. Like, that's not indicative of anything. Girl can't have a headache. What if she has migraines? Shit. Like, let her be. Cycle tier list 1. I mean, some people probably have something good. So sad. Who else of my friends could be tracked on their cycle? Cece, maybe? I got Taco Bell today, but that's not like indicative of anything. Taco Bell's, they should just have like mood tracker. Mood tracker would be more relevant. I was saying in what was it? We were talking about it in Discord, like at the time. And I was saying like, I think that just knowing your Oshi's mood is likely more indicative of her cycle than anything. Because of course she's not gonna tell you like if she's menstruating. She's just gonna do it and just like tank it. It's not gonna be like anything crazy. Oh shit, here's Gloom. Oh, she did say currently being obliterated by cramps. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, that's real. So she did have it. But she didn't say when she started it. She didn't say when she ended it. She didn't say, yeah, I typically have a 38 day cycle. Yeah, it's a little bit late, but like nothing that my doctor's worried about. Like she didn't say anything like that. So I'm just saying. I know because she's irritable. What if your Oshi just hates your ass? What if your Oshi just hates your ass and then she's like, and you're just like projecting? Oh, she's like PMSing. I think one of the worst things in the entire world is, okay, this is like very specific. One of the worst things in the whole world is to get angry at someone and then have them be like, oh, are you on your period? And then you're like, I'll freaking kill you. How dare you say that to me? Do you want to die? Like, how dare you? This isn't based on my period. And then like, one day later, getting your period and being like, God damn it. I did have my period. They were right. Like, that makes me so angry. Because sometimes you are the problem. It's so, I don't know if you're rationally angry or not. Okay, but then like sometimes, also join my Discord. Sometimes like afterwards, if you're, like if something like that happens, then you try and like get extra angry. Because you're like, I have my period, but what I said still stands. Like, I'm pissed. And then after your period, you're like, okay. Maybe I didn't need to be that mean. Maybe. Just because you're right doesn't mean you're correct. Exactly. The feelings that I'm currently feeling are just amplifying my anger instead of causing them. Yeah, I feel like that's like the number one thing that hurts a woman. That's why you should never say like, are you on your period? But sometimes like, women won't say this to you. But sometimes you'll say that, and low-key you'll be right. I actually had to stop one of my fellow idols from making a phone call today. Because she was like, I'm on my period and I'm pissed. And I was like, oh shit, how topical. But she got really mad at something, and she was like fuming about it. And then all of a sudden she grabbed her headset, and I was like, put that thing down. Put that thing down, girl. And she was like, this is serious. This is serious though. Like I really do need to make this phone call. And I was like, do you? Because I know what you're angry about. It's nothing. It's okay. She still made the phone call, but then she simmered down a lot after that, and she was like, I feel better now. I was like, good. I'm so happy for you. But you can't like just go full aggro over nothing. Yeah, that's how I feel too, Ace. I think that it can be a slippery slide. Not quite that autistic. Well, okay, some people can. It's happened to me before, where like I've been annoyed at someone and they'd be like, what's your problem? Are you on your period or something? And I've gotten like so mad that I like can't even see straight. And I wasn't on my period, but I was pissed. And so, you could be right in that scenario, but you could also be like so wrong and get your ass beat. So, that's why you should never say that to someone. Is all I'm saying. Yeah, 6 out of 6 chance of turning the PMS into a PMO. It's a question designed to piss you off. It's also difficult too, though, because like, what are you gonna do? I can't picture a man saying that unironically. I wish it had been said to me ironically. I would have been like, haha. But no, I was just like so furious. One of the few times I've been like genuinely mad because I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. But I wasn't. which made it double bad. Who'd ask that honestly during an argument? I think it's like old school. Or like an old school style of thinking. Cause realistically, I feel like a lot of people are on birth control nowadays. Because it's actually interesting, but in some of the fan fictions that I'll read in Love and Deep Space, anecdotally, this is me polling the average fanfic writer for Love and Deep Space. Weirdly enough, a lot of people have the Nexplanon, which is the subdermal arm implant. That's contraception. That's like systemic. So it means that it flows like all throughout your body. Whereas the one I have is localized, so it only goes into one organ. But I've seen it in fanfiction like 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, holy shit. A lot of people have this thing. Teenagers say that. Yeah, we were teenagers. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I didn't want that one because I just like mess around with it in my arm all day. Wouldn't that be so gross? Even thinking about it makes my stomach hurt. But yeah, it is palpable in your arm. My sister has it actually, and she loves it. But it's so gross to me. It's so gross. Yeah, it'd be so nasty. Ugh. I don't know. I like not thinking about it at all. I don't know. And my sister, who is like, I don't know why she didn't call me or anything, but afterwards she was like, that was the scariest thing I've ever gone through. And I was like, why didn't you like call me and say like, hey, I'm thinking about getting this. Like, I would know. It's like a tube in your arm? No, it's like it's a 4-centimeter piece of plastic that goes near the muscle. It goes like between the fat layer and the muscle layer of your bicep, your inner bicep. So if you put your arm out straight in front of you, it would be in like, like where the bicep kind of protrudes from your arm. It'd be on the inner side. And I think that just got FDA approved for like 5 years. It used to be just 3. But yeah, people really like it anecdotally, but like I wouldn't be able to. Yes, this is my sister. I only have one sister. Yep, all of my issues stem from one girl. Yep, this is the sister that dropped the weight on her foot. Yep. She's doing fine. My bicep is too huge and manly to picture this. Okay, imagine like a steak that is like 4 centimeters long and it's about like 2 millimeters wide, and it goes into your arm. Would that help? She's a complete package, isn't she? I know. I love her. All my issues? Yeah. I think I saw a vid on Twitter of someone getting it installed. Oh yeah, it's hardcore. It's really, really, really hardcore. I've seen a video of it before. And the implementation device is like, how was the gym? Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, I love to bully her, it's fine. Yeah, I love her to death, but also she pisses me off, it's fine. Yeah, like when she was having a hard time in biology, and I was like, you have a C in biology right now? Why don't you talk to your sister, who got an A in biology 3 times? Why don't you talk to me, your sister, who has successfully done this? Why don't you ask me? I am blood related to you. You word I can't say. Why don't you just like ask me? And she's like, no, I just want to do it myself. Like, okay, well then, if you're gonna do it yourself, then maybe you should get better grades. Girl, it's fine. She ended up getting it up to an A, but I was like, I'm gonna hit you next time I see you if you don't get this grade up. Does it work for men? No, probably not. I think that, actually estrogen in men is like directly correlated to, male baldness. Cause, the genetic component of male pattern baldness is like a synthesization of testosterone and estrogen, I believe. I think I read about it one time because I was looking into minoxidil as like a hair regrowth medication. If any of you have like any hair loss, you probably know of this medication, minoxidil, and it's pretty interesting. It's also high testosterone. It's high testosterone. It's high estrogen. It's really any hormonal imbalance, but the baldness itself comes from one specific source. It's from oh shit, I can't remember off the top of my head. It's some synthesization. Oh, yep. It is dihydrotestosterone. Which is I'm almost positive that it can be synthesized by both. Let me see. Yeah. Dihydrogen testosterone is also what causes polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS. Yeah. Let me see. The estrogen soy thing was a myth. It's not. Okay, if I were to be frank with you, it's semi a myth. And the issue with that is that if you have soy, it's like if you eat collagen. Collagen cannot be synthesized through the stomach. Estrogen in soy cannot be synthesized into your body through your stomach. It just gets all burned away. It turns into food. Can you go back to being citrus, please? I am. What do you mean? So collagen, it does nothing. No, that's not true. It depends. Yeah, it depends on how you get it. Sorry, am I nerding out too hard? Am I? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't contain enough phytoestrogen to influence you. Yeah, and if you were just like, I like the yaps, I'm sorry. This is like the one thing I can actually yap academically about. Can I be frank? I don't want to be frank. Yeah, okay. Fridays for nerding out. It's mostly because I'm just like thinking about all the topics that I want to talk about this week. Because I could type you guys like hella paragraphs in Discord, and sometimes I do, and I feel kind of bad when I should just yap about it. Imagine being bald! Don't bully! There's nothing wrong with being bald. But I think that they just like FDA approved some other medication other than minoxidil for male pattern baldness. And it like suppresses the body's ability to synthesize that like DHT, the dihydrogen testosterone. And so your hair will like grow back naturally, because I think that's like what destroys the hair at the root. I don't see trans women get worse hair over time. I think that I'm sorry what I'm about to say. But I have read multiple studies showing that estrogen can cause some hair loss. Yeah. And it seems to be directly correlated to genetics in addition. So it'll accelerate baldness, unfortunately. Are you a biologist or a medical professional? I'm an idol. So don't drink from plastic bottles. Oh yeah, don't drink from plastic bottles. Well, that's another conversation about microplastics. Yeah. I think that in some demographics that the extra estrogen does accelerate hair loss. Drink from lead-lined flasks. Yes. Yeah. Don't drink out of plastic bottles, because if the bottle gets really hot, then all the microplastics in the bottle, they kind of like leach out into your water. And so you get like a crazy high dosage of microplastics per sip. I used to know someone who would freak out if someone else had like a plastic water bottle that they were drinking of. I should probably get one that's not 100% plastic. Like a steel one, but I'm so picky. I hate carrying something that like is heavy. Oh God. When I was in the oil field, there was a bottle in the truck bed in direct sunlight. I knew it was sus, but I opened up the drink and spat that thing out fast. Oh my God. Do you even know if that was like, was it open before you drank that? Or did you just drink it? Were you just really thirsty? That like low-key kind of breaks my heart. That sounds really bad, man. Drives me insane. Tell your daddy he's getting like hella microplastics. You know that they found like hella microplastics in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. There's more estrogen in drinking water from all the anti-pregnancy meds people use now. Yeah, is that true? I mean, it wouldn't really surprise me. Like the secretion of that. But I don't know how much that changes anything in the general water supply. It might be an elevated amount, but it might not be like anything that could significantly impact anyone. Yeah, trace amounts, it says. Oh, the thing that you should worry the most about is definitely well, I guess it is an endocrine disruptor. Yeah, I worry more about the bigger endocrine disrupting hormones like, why am I blanking? Normally, I haven't thought about this in a while. Oh, apparently it's like really low. And in addition, I just pulled up an article really fast. Oh, yeah, let me see. What's the discussion? Give me the discussion of this. Where is it coming from? There's like a big ass article about it. Conclusion. Oh, interesting. The dietary comparison indicates that potential exposures to trace levels of total estrogens, whether from a prescribed or naturally occurring source, predicted to be in drinking water in the United States are at least 82 times lower than exposures from background concentrations of naturally occurring estrogens in the diet. All lines of evidence strongly suggest that concentrations of estrogens predicted by fate to be potentially in drinking water are not causing adverse effects in U.S. residents, including sensitive subpopulations. Plastics made us gay? Probably. Microplastics taste so great, I know. That red 40 makes me so happy, bruh. Oh, I'm thinking of, finasteride maybe? Okay. Minoxidil is the new one. I saw that they're, like, giving that to women, too, minoxidil. It's, like, life-changing. They're not turning the freaking frogs gay? Oh, yeah, they are. They're turning that shit crazy gay with, what is it, carbon 7? Yeah, I've heard that the finasteride is excellent. Yeah, well, like, this might be, like, a sensitive topic, I suppose, but I'm sure that, like, maybe you or, like your friends, like, if you guys have ever seen your friends with, like, no shirt on, you probably recognize that some of them have, like, what's called, gynomastia. It's like a excess growth of male breasts. But that's directly caused by, they think it's directly caused by not only diet, but also, like, endocrine disrupting hormones, like microplastics, stuff in the water, stuff like that. Moobs. I'm sorry. That's a bad word to use. Microplastics. Gynomastia is better. I got rid of my man titties by lifting heavy shit above my head for a year. Man titties. Okay, yeah. And sometimes you can use that to your benefit. I know a lot of women who love man boobs, like a lot. If you guys can like work out and you can have like plush boobs, huge boon. God never gives bigger boobs to their willing soldiers. I know. So sad. Who is willing to step up and have beautiful man boobs? Speak now. You must take up the mantle. They're so in. Have you seen Leon Kennedy's body? That body is tea. You come to Korea to get them removed. Oh, really? Did they have, surgery for that? I'm trying. Yeah, I don't know how easy it is to get rid of it. Pretty cocky with her buff 2.0. Yeah, maybe I could get a reduction in the future. Who knows? Jinsei, welcome in. We have surgery to remove moves. Interesting. Yeah. I've heard that plastic surgery in Korea is like pretty excellent. Even people, what do they call it? Medical tourism. Yeah, people go there all the time in America to get surgery. Low-key, I mean, it kind of does seem appealing, like on some levels, but I would worry about having, what's it called? Dysphoria? About my face if I change anything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry. But I think I'm quite cute. I have a very nice nose. I've been told a lot. I wouldn't really get anything changed, but if I did have like any features that I was concerned about and I got them removed, I wonder how that would change how I feel about myself overall. I imagine I'll ever get cosmetic surgery. Congrats on being hot! No, people always say I'm so cute. I'm cute. I don't think anyone's ever said I'm hot. It's fine. Actually, someone at Offkai said that I looked beautiful. And I was like, oh my god, wow, that's so exciting. Normally I just get, wow, you're so cute. But beautiful is quite delightful. Not gonna lie. That was nice. Would you do a face-off style surgery to F with your nemesis though? No. No, I don't need to do any shit like that. I'm too attached to default Eureka at this point. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't it be crazy to look at your own face for like 20, 30 years and then get like a major part of it removed or like changed? I just don't know how I would feel. Like people get surgery like that all the time, like looks maxers. Just finding the out-of-the-box settings on this thing. Yeah, you should like yourself. You should like yourself. I think it's really easy to have like very negative thoughts about yourself and compare yourself to others. But it's like I think that Rod Dahl said it. I mean, that guy's like not good. But he said that like if you're happy and you love yourself, you'll look beautiful no matter what you look like. You could have like messy hair and crooked teeth and like be as round as a ball, and if you're happy, then you just look beautiful in other people's eyes. Love yourself now. Yeah, did you guys see that guy? What's his name? Clavicular. Have you guys seen this guy? He's apparently he does heroin so that he can recover from doing steroids to looks max. Yeah. Of course he does! Yeah, he does a lot of heroin and ketamine so that he can stay skinny and also recover from the effects of illegal anabolic steroids. Yeah. I saw him do a bump of coke on the street like in real life or like on stream because that's kind of crazy. Do that on the street? W Strat! Okay, yeah, he's gonna be dead soon. That sounds bad. Yeah. Yeah, you guys don't like have to looks max, and especially don't do it like that. Holy shit. At least do like a different non-destructive drug. There has to be a different one. There has to be something else out there. Restorative heroin, you can't handle my potions. Sounds like a great ideal. Yeah, actually, I saw someone more medically versed than me in muscular systems discuss how his heroin usage is actually atrophying his shoulder muscles to the point that he's kind of getting like he kind of looks like a thumb, but like his body does. Like his shoulders are not squared because he does so much heroin that he's like losing the mass in his shoulders. Just start mewing. Yeah, just drink beer. You know what, low-key, I think it's fine. I think that like lots of people look cute and handsome and nice. Like they have a little bit of beer gut if they have like a little bit of hair loss. Like there's so many things you can do to like make yourself feel better about yourself. Like get a nice haircut or even just like wash your face every day. I think that can make a big difference. No relationship has ever been founded on looks. Yeah, probably not one that lasted. You can always be thinner, look better. I mean, up to a point. But I think that it gets, like, so dramatic after a certain point, don't you think? It can be really bad for you. I don't know. Of course, like, I've had issues with that, before. Like, being upset about, like, my own body image. But, like, you just gotta get over it after a certain point. Like, I can't worry about that kind of thing forever, because it's just gonna, like, ruin your life. If you worry about how you look all the time, then you're wasting your time worrying about that and not worrying about things that you really do like. You need to get jacked. That's true. I would like to be jacked again. That's fine. So just pretending she does not hate bald people because she's nice. Ridiculous. Absolutely not. I have nothing against bald people. Yeah, I want to beat people up at Off-Kai, though. What if I turned into dust? Would I be the thinnest of all? No, you wouldn't be thin because there wouldn't be anything to you. You'd be, like, thin in the sense of, like, a liquid. Like, you'd be, like, not viscous. You'd be thin as a liquid, but you wouldn't be, like, thin as a human. I thought you were signing my bald head at a con? Holy shit, that'd actually be peak. I would do that. I would sign your head. I would sign your head. It'd take, like, a long time for that to come off of your head, though. But I do it. I do it. Punch my tiny citrus? I don't want to punch any of you. Well, I mean, it might be fun. Tattoo gun. What? Tattoo your head? No. Think that... Yeah, I mean, if you want to look smacks, that's fine. But you can't let it consume you. You guys saw that freaking post I posted in Food Time, right? That guy who's like a gym guy, and he had like 10 eggs in each of his meal preps? Bruh. There's more to life! There's more to life than getting those gains. Please stop. Please. Please. Breaking my heart. Yeah. He had like one whole container filled with rice, and it was pre-seasoned with sriracha. So like, you know, all the places that he squirted sriracha on the rice are gonna be like weird and soggy. And then he had like 10 eggs in each, in the other half of his meal prep. Like he was just eating that. No, it was cooked. And not only were the eggs cooked, they were also like overcooked, low key. And you can tell because they have that kind of weird, they're almost green a little tiny bit green, but you can tell that egg yolk on the inside of those eggs, probably nasty. Like, you know, like that dark yellow, orangish, not orange, that dark yellow, like, green color that eggs get when you overcook them? Like, that's the vibe. You've already lost 8 pounds? Holy shit, let's go. That's huge. Guys can also lose weight so quickly. I feel like I lose weight pretty fast too, but I also gain weight pretty fast. I can yo-yo like really easily. I don't know why. If you feed chickens exclusively chili peppers, their yolks will turn out red. Ooh. How do you cook an egg to make it green? I think it's like the sulfurous component to them. Sometimes they just turn green. Paranormal Teen, thank you so much for the follow. Do you eat junk food? Sometimes. Yeah, I ate junk food for dinner tonight. I'm sorry. But I have been cooking more. I've been cooking a lot more. And I made like pan-fried chicken yesterday with rice and broccoli. And I've been trying to like incorporate a lot more vegetables in my food. I've been trying to eat really fortified. Actually, I'm pretty happy with my eating recently. Like, I've been having cereal, which is fortified. I've been having a salad for lunch, and then I've been having like chicken or sausages with rice and vegetables, or like I had like an omelet, not omelet, but like scrambled eggs with broccoli a couple days ago. That was really good. My clown doll is out for order. It's 4 in the morning. Don't go out. Don't go out. I'm trying to eat more than once a day. Yes. And you know what? Well, I don't really want to say this because low-key I kind of don't believe it myself. But I feel like when you eat like more holistically is I guess the woo-woo term I guess I would use. If you eat like a well-balanced diet, you'll feel better. But sometimes I like don't want to eat that much because I'm not super hungry throughout the day. I'm really only hungry like in the evening. It's probably not good. But I used to be like not a breakfast eater at all. I feel like eating breakfast is really difficult because I don't like when it's too cold, but I'm also like too tired to cook in the morning. I can't wake up for shit. I don't know why. I've always been like that. I do have like narcolepsy a little bit, but breakfast is the best when it's hot and warm and made for me. It's good, but other than that, like I don't really want it. That's why I get lots of cereal now. So much easier to eat good on the weekends, true. Yeah, eating breakfast wakes up your body. But low-key, what if I don't want my body to wake up? Just stay asleep. Citrus, you want to sleep. Just stay asleep. Just honk shoe. Wouldn't that be so nice, Citrus? Sunshine? Wouldn't it be nice to not wake up at 5:10 in the morning? Cigarette and coffee. Yeah, for breakfast. Maybe I should just change to that. Have you ever slept through roommates pounding on the door? Yeah, I have. Before I have. Just recently. Just like half a year ago. Oh, Corpse, welcome in. Oh, nice. You ran across one of my clips the other day. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Even if I eat, I tend to go back to sleep for an hour or two. That's not good either. I don't know. The circadian rhythm seems fake. Like, the circadian rhythm seems fake. Like, metabolism seems fake. Like, I don't like, understand it. So that means it's, like, not real. I don't believe any of that stuff that they're telling me on the internet about nutrition. And I even, like, took a class on nutrition, which is why I feel like I know a lot. But I really, like, don't care sometimes. I really just want to eat snacks. I want to eat hot Cheetos. I haven't had hot Cheetos in, like, forever. But I do just want to eat yummy food like that. I want to have ice cream, and I want to eat hot Cheetos, and I want to have hella Monster, and I want to have no issues. Why can't I lovingly wake up to a delicious croissant breakfast sandwich made for me? I know. Eat copious amounts of bread daily? God, that's so based. Your model rigging is excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Zombie, welcome in. The dead bugs are crawling in. Welcome. Hi, Raiders. My name is Citrus Sunshine, your clumsy 2D idol. I was just talking about how I think nutrition is fake, because I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe in nutrition. But like low-key, my some of the bags under my eyes kind of look better ever since I started eating more well-rounded, which I hate. Ugh. Why does it have to be right? That shit pissing me off. But how are you? How was your stream today, Zombie? What were you up to? I hope that your day was good. Yeah, what's in the shampoo? Magic. Microplastics. How does nutrition work? Probably microplastics. That's normally my answer for anything. It used to be. I try to have a more nuanced answer for things nowadays, because I don't want to look like a little dummy. But also, I like low-key prefer to be a little dummy sometimes. I don't like nerding out sometimes. I don't know how else to say that, but it seems like maybe not fun. Knowledge is pain. Yeah, I also got like too many thoughts in my mind about that kind of thing. Whereas I should just like talk about, oh shit, you know what anime I've been watching? I've been watching Fate, Strange Fate, which is finally out and it's so good. But like, how else do I put this? Sometimes it feels like learning is more interesting to me than like anything else. Like learning and having like that kind of info in my mind is really fun to me. In comparison to like anything else, I don't know. So I do try and stay like well-rounded. Like I try and make sure that I know like sports ball, and I know TV, and I know anime, and I know like fan fiction, and like what people are into, but like sometimes I just like don't really care about other stuff. It feels like bad. I know, I'm sorry. Fate, can one watch it without watching the other Fates? Yes. So it's a completely, Fate Strange Fake is based off of the most popular Fate light novel. It's apparently huge in Japan. And so that's why they've been like, oh, we're gonna, cause I've been following this ever since it was announced, Fate Strange Fake, and they announced it like 2 years ago at this point, and I was like, wow, this is gonna be so exciting. And then they were like, we're releasing Strange Fake, and then I saw that. Oh, was so 6. I'd freaking my grandpa's like spinning in his grave right now. It's crazy. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, it takes place in America, and it's got some amazing fight sequences, and like every episode is just fighting. It's really, really good. I try and stay as poorly rounded as possible. I live under a rock. I don't care about popular thing. I will ignore it even harder just because you like it. What if I like it? I think this is such a beautiful statement though, so I'm gonna pin it. Yeah, I haven't watched Frieren. I don't normally watch anything that's like too popular. In fact, I really haven't seen anyone talk about Fate Strange Fake. But I think it's because they've like been teasing this show for like the past 2 years straight, and then it came out. One episode came out. No, it wasn't even an episode, because in retrospect, that was just some random ass fight that they showed. That's like not even in the anime yet. Yeah, this is the most popular Fate light novel that's being adapted into an anime. But I feel like the most popular Fate anime of all time is probably Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, which is also my favorite. Yeah, because Unlimited Blade Works is directly related to the 3 movie series. Like Heaven's Feel, whatever the other 2 are called, whatever, I forget what the other 2 are called. All I've been watching is JJK. I'm not caught up on JJK manga, but I need to. I've been too busy. I got shit I got to do. I can't play Enfield, and I can't stay up with Jujutsu Kaisen, and I can't make ASMR scripts, and I can't record and edit and have a life, which is basically just wash myself and clean my house. And I'm probably gonna be moving soon too, so I'm like getting ready for that. And so I've been like really busy recently, and it's really bothersome. Hope that goes well. Oh yeah, I'm like almost all set up for moving, but it's just like nightmarish. I hate moving. I hate movies. I hate moving so much. I hate it. I started watching JJK by the current season, and I thought all this time the protag was the eyes covered guy. He might as well be. No, it's Yuji Itadori. Are you staying on EC? Not on EC? How do you mean? I'm gonna miss my PC, but I'm just gonna set it up really quickly. Moving in with my husband and my cat. Nope, I have to move because this place is getting too expensive. And they're increasing the rent again. And I'm like, okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Again, goodbye. Yeah, and you know what? It's gonna, speaking of my husband, my cat is gonna be so freaking miserable. He hates doing anything that changes his, like, lifestyle. Like, man, he made me so mad. I had to get rid of my rug yesterday, in the living room because I don't know what his goddamn damage is, but he was looking at me and I was like, it looks like he's peeing. In my mind, I was like, that's so weird. What is he doing? You know what he was doing? Peeing on my rug. I was like, what is your problem? And he's never done that before. And you know what? He didn't do it today. And he urinated normally in his litter box. I was like, you just hate me. You hate me. While looking at me, yeah, he was giving me that look. Like, you know, like how dogs look at you when you pass them on the street and they're pooping? Like, they give you that, like, scared look. He was giving me that. I was like, what? What is happening right now? Why are you doing that? What? Yeah, he's never done that before. Ever. It's like, what the hell? What's your problem? Yeah, it's okay. That rug was old, and you know what? It had a lot of cat hair in it. I'm sure it was old. I've had it for like 4 or 5 years. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know if he knew I was there, but once he saw me, he just like stared at me directly in the eyes, and he looked like very sad as he was doing it. I know that he doesn't like to do things like that. Like occasionally he'll poop outside the litter box, and he acts like he's so pathetic, like I'm gonna beat him afterwards. I'm like, it's okay, man. What's up? Why'd you do that? But it's okay. Yes, forgive me for what I must do. Also, Ace, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Pissing me off. Start a home slice commune. That might unironically be easier and cheaper. Rent is expensive, but I think I found a nice place. So, hopefully it's not that hard to set up. You seem like a charming fellow. Thank you. I tried to be. He's getting old. Okay, I thought that maybe he was like, cause like instantly, of course, after I stopped being angry at him, I was like, what if he has a UTI? You know, it could happen. But he later in the evening, he just like used his litter box like a normal person. And then today, I looked again to make sure like everything was okay, and he just like in the litter box like, okay. Maybe he just like didn't feel good. I don't know. Regardless, it's good cuz I'm downsizing anyways. I just hate it. I think it's nightmarish to move. That's why I haven't done it in a while. That's why I just like tanked my last rent increase. But you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Ugh, God, I'm so pissed at him. No, it's okay. I should just get another rug. No, it's fine. Yeah, but you guys should all watch Fate Strange Fake. That's the only up-to-date anime I've watched so far. What other anime is popular? Free Ren? I don't know. Free Ren doesn't really interest me. I read like the majority of the manga, I think, a while ago. Can't do that anymore without Kakao, without freaking Kakao Entertainment stealing all your fun. Yeah, bastards. What is their damn problem? Oh, people are pirating our webtoons. Webtoons? They're okay. I certainly wouldn't fight tooth and nail for them. Maybe Free Run is awesome. I'm sorry. I know that. I don't think it's bad. I'm just like not paying attention to it right now. Maybe in the future. I'm really hesitant to do things that are popular. Look upon me, ye mighty, and despair. Oh my God. Actually, that's so funny that you guys are talking about that, because I had to erase a line where I said that in my ASMR script. I don't know what was wrong with me. In fact, I had to like heavily edit one of them because I was like, what am I writing right now? But sometimes I'll just like write, I'll free write, and I'll be like, cause I was doing some affirmations ASMR, and I was like, I don't know, I wrote something like, just like, you guys know the story of Ozymandias, etc. And then I was like, why would I freaking write this? I'm erasing this. Like, who am I? I'm like some freaking, I'm like Homer or something. Why would I write that? The Green Goblin taking over. I mean, that's the best way to write. That's kind of how I write the majority of the time. Is, I'll free write in one long sitting. And then I'll... Low-key, I kind of don't do that much editing to my writing, like, ever. Almost never. In fact, I don't think I have for, like, the majority of them. I normally edit in the moment. I don't really like rereading what I write. Unless I'm recording, and then I'll fix it based on my own intonation at the time of reading it out loud. Have you watched Watchmen? Yes, I've watched and read Watchmen. And excellent. I also watched the Watchmen TV series. I thought that was good too. But the comic book for Watchmen is so freaking good. So good. I should probably reread that eventually. My dad has like the full omnibus of it. Strong recommend. That's probably one of the only comic books that I recommend. Cause I haven't read that many. I tried to get into reading comics once upon a time because the karate place that I used to go to as a kid was right next to a comic book store. And so I used to go there occasionally while I was waiting for my parents to pick me up. And I stopped going because every time I went in there, they'd be like, "What up, karate girl? What up, karate girl? Hey, karate girl. Nice to see you this week." And I'd be like, "Ooh, don't call me that. That's..." Because I was in my gi at the time. Hey, it's karate girl. Like, I'll just die. Yeah, I went to karate. This place of business is right next to a karate place. You're killing me. Oh. Did I do? Actually, hold on, sorry. Sorry, I don't know if I shouted this person out. But thank you so much for the raid as well. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry. I must have missed it. Hell's Paradise. Yes, that one's good too. What belt was I? I was a brown and white belt. Like I was a brown belt, and then but I was going up the ranks at the time. I don't know how karate works. Hold on. Let me see specifically what that is. Yeah, there were like multiple levels to the same color. So, let's see. I guess I was technically... Yeah, I was pretty high up in karate at the time, and then I've talked about this place before, but then the YMCA closed down my freaking karate place, and so I went to a different place, and they didn't allow me to be a brown belt there. They instead forced me to be a white belt, and then I was the only white belt there, and I was forced to practice alone for an entire hour every week. And then I wasn't moved up a belt, for like several months. And then afterwards, they finally moved me up a level. And then I found out that everyone there was a huge bitch. And they were low-key bullying me the entire time. It's fine. Because it was a really small karate place. Like, all those people had leveled up around the same time. And it made me so crazy, too, when I went there. Because there used to be this guy. Okay, so, like, we'd have, like, these goals we would try and do every month. And one of them was, like, how many crunches can you do? How many sit-ups can you do? How many push-ups can you do? And this guy, who I was always forced to help during crunches, this guy never freaking did a full crunch. Ever did a full crunch. And when I switched with him, every time I did one of his lame-ass crunches that he got points for, oh, not deep enough of a crunch, Citrus. Oh, not deep enough. What do you mean? You just let this dude do that like a million times over? He just said that he did like 100 crunches. How's that even feasible? It's only feasible if he's freaking not doing it like the correct way. It's fine. So just had a crush on him. I hated that dude. Yeah, I actually didn't really like a lot of people there. This was the karate place I told you guys, where whenever you went up a belt, the sensei would punch you in the stomach. I still think that's weird. I thought it was weird. When it happened. Yeah, so what you would do is that illegal? I don't know. But so we would all stand like at position, and then we had to tense our abdominal muscles. And he would go down the line and punch us all in the stomach. And then there was one when he got to me, punched me in the stomach. And then he went, "Oh. What? Like you thought that I was going to karate and wasn't like getting some musculature?" Oh, like surprised. Die. Alpha male training camp, yeah, way before that was like anything. Like 13 years old. How old? Yeah, I was probably 13. I want an excuse to strike children vibes, yeah. Well, yeah, that guy, yeah, he like forcibly isolated me the entire time. And then when he did have me train with other people, he like, all the boys there were like, just bastards. And they were like bullying me because I didn't want to like tap the groin cup of the dudes because like that was part of the practice. Like I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And they'd be like, "Come on, it's nothing. Just do it so we can move on with the movement." And I was like, "Okay." But I was really uncomfortable with that. Carrying an 8-pack, you know it, bro. No, I ended up just not doing karate after that. I was in orchestra, so I just did that full time. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty sedentary process, TBH, to be in orchestra, but better than going to karate. Yeah, they're just basic ranks. I don't know how far brown belt is. Tibetan monk? No, this dude looked like freaking Cobra Kai man. What the hell is that guy's name? What the hell is that dude? William Zabka. Yeah, he gave like William Zabka vibes, but like pre-Cobra Kai, like OG Karate Kid kind of shit. Brown is 1 from black. I think there were 3 levels between brown and black though. There were like the stripes. No, I played the viola, so like mostly sitting. Yeah, playing a string instrument like that is a sitting thing. He kept up with martial arts training. Yeah, my mom's met him in real life. At MegaCon, which is like a really big convention in Florida. It's at the same convention center as Holiday Matsuri. I played clarinet and now I have a general hatred towards clarinets. Why? I always really wish that I was in like full band, or I always really wish that I was in jazz band. But I really don't know. It's okay. You know, you can't fix the sins of the past. And also, like, they should just have someone, maybe like a personality quiz to see what kind of instrument you should play. Because most people choose what instrument they're gonna play at like age 9, age 10. Like, is that really old enough to choose what instrument you want? For like the rest of your entire grade school life? That sucks. Why did I do that? I didn't have any brain cells when I was 9 years old. Because we could out wrestle him. Okay, yeah, karate is like ass for self-defense. Did you do wrestling? I've heard that wrestling for girls is getting really popular. I talked to someone who had a kid recently who was in girls only wrestling. And apparently there's like some kind of new movement for like having standardized women's wrestling in schools. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like kind of fun. I might have done that if I had the chance. Because I don't like being outside. I would definitely do an inside sport like wrestling. Yeah, and her like 14-year-old was kind of juiced. I was like, shit. This kid's got some muscles on her. Basketball, I'm not tall enough for that. I almost did lacrosse. But women's lacrosse is really BS. They have a lot more rules to them than men's lacrosse. It's always been like that. I should know because my sister was a lacrosse goalie. She was a lacrosse goalie during the spring, and then she was a cheerleader in the winter. She was always way more sports oriented than me. I'm an inside child. You can keep me in like a little bird cage. That's why I always feel like if I did have a yandere, I'd just be chill with it, cause I don't go outside. It's fine. Like, oh, you don't want me to talk to anyone? Easy. Restrict who I talk to? Easy. Never stay out of your sight? Sure. I don't go anywhere anyways. Easy shit. Next question. Basketball related as a career? I don't think that I would, I don't know. It seems pretty difficult to get into schools based on sports. Even though my sister had like some, I mean, of course, it's different. I don't really know how good she was at lacrosse because I didn't see her. I only saw her do it like once. But, like, she had good stats, realistically. And even still, she only got into like a D2. I wonder how competitive it is. It's probably really competitive to get into girls lacrosse in Florida. Yeah, I mean, you should just try your best. I don't think that there's anything wrong with just finding something that you want to do and working towards that goal. I have a couple of different goals that I would like for 2026 that I'm working towards. But I think if you just have like one thing to look forward to all the time, that's really, really good for your mental health. And I think that everyone should focus on their mental health this year because, like, am I crazy or does it kind of feel like maybe people are getting like a little crazy recently? Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I'm like, what's happening right now? Like, not like, oh, everyone's crazy but me. But like, okay, let's all be normal. Mental health is for sissies. Yeah, that's why I just stay crazy all the time. My sister tried wrestling for a bit, but it focuses a lot on body weight. That makes sense because you have to have a certain amount of like body weight. It's like sumo. Like where you have like freaking lower body balance. Where you have to keep yourself like that. Lack, welcome in. Guess who's got turbo now? Me? Oh, thank you. Oh, wow, thank you. I've never used Twitch Turbo before. How many of you guys use that? Thank you. How are you today, Lack? Welcome in. Grappling does require some amount of weight to not just get yeeted. Yeah, when I was in karate, I was always just pinned really easily because I was always pinned really easily because one, I was 9. No, I wasn't 9. I was like 8 or 7. And 2, there were only people who were adults or twice my height who were my sparring partners. Like, how is that allowed? I was by far the shortest person. Actually, there's a picture of me that my mom had on her live journal. I was so short that my head just barely was as tall as the freaking ballet bar on the wall. Like, those are only meant to go up to waist height on an adult human. Oh my gosh, Lack, thank you so much for the resubscription. Thank you so much for the 9 months of resubscription. Holy Christmas, that's like pregnancy hype. Thank you. I hope your day's going good. You sparred as a child? Yeah, but it was more like basic sparring. Like, oh, do you know how to do a sweep? Do you know how to do a defense situation? Like, we're gonna practice this today. And I need you to block in this way. Stuff like that. It wasn't like real sparring. I mean, no shit, an adult male should not beat up on like a 7-year-old child. But he could have gone ham on me. I just remember being put to the ground a lot. Because you know, they do the thing where it's like, okay, I'm gonna teach you how to sweep the leg, and then you're gonna hold on to the person's gi, and you're gonna sweep them and then pull them along the ground. And so I just remember being picked up by adult men and women and just like slowly swept, because like I probably really didn't weigh that much. I probably must have weighed like, I don't know, what, like 50 pounds? How much does like a 7-year-old weigh? I would destroy a 7-year-old if it were a contest. I wish I grew up to be Baki Hanma. That's the universe where I'm tall, too. I don't know. I could probably take down at least one child. At least one. It depends. 25 kilograms? Is that how much does he... Yeah, 50 pounds is about, yeah, probably. Which universe is this? A close by one. I'm always hoping for my second growth spurt. Do you guys think it'll happen to me or no? I think it will. If I just stretch enough, maybe I can... Oh, you know what I should use? I should use one of those, like, medieval torture devices. You know, the ones where, like, your arms and legs are kind of, hooked onto the wheels? And then I need 4 people to wheel at the same time so that you can artificially lengthen my whole body. Yes. Yeah, that'll work. I'll get a second one for sure. Yes, Gallo, we're gonna get like so tall. 2026 is the year that we both get like hella tall. It's gonna be awesome. Nothing wrong with being short, but I'd always like a couple inches, you know, why not? Nothing wrong with being short. I just like to be taller. Yeah, I've been 5'2" since like 6th grade. It's so brutal. I was 5'9" in grade 9. So I thought I'd be a power forward in high school. I'm still 5'9". Yeah, I think after, it seems like, I mean, I've seen this like anecdotally, but it seems the moment that you start thinking, oh, this child's like pretty tall. That's it. That's as tall as they get. You wouldn't know till it's too late. Being short sounds so inconvenient. It's fine. You know, they make like pant sizes now for short people. It's called petites. Lots of places sell that. So I'm not like that big of an issue anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't think that like being 6 feet like doesn't mean any. Maybe it's just me, but being 6 feet like doesn't mean anything to me. Like, it's not like anything I have any, like, hard requirements for. I don't know why people do. Like, shit. There's already so much going on. Don't you, like, want to prioritize someone who's, like, emotionally stable first? And then, like, everything else after that can, like, come naturally. IMHO. 5'11" versus 6 feet memes are really funny, but I feel like that gives people a complex. This is why I don't really like any jokes like that. It bothers me. Like, the second that you start getting like that weird worm in your head, and it'll like fester. It's gonna eat all of your brain tissue. You got the worm in your head that makes you're insecure, and it just festers and festers and festers and festers, and then you become evil on the inside. Not good for you. Lots of things are built around 5'10" to 6'2"? Where? Wouldn't being short help with wrestling because you have more muscle while staying in a weight category? Statistically, I guess yes, because you'd have like a more compact frame. But it would really depend. 5'9", so I'm only femboy height. Yeah. The average height of a woman is 5'9". God, that sounds so nice. I wish I knew women who were 5'9". What toilet is made for 6 feet tall people? I feel like my toilet is made for like the average height person, 5'6" maybe. No issues with mine. Is it really made for 6 feet tall people? I'd have to do some measurements. Every woman in my area is like 6 feet tall. Why are you complaining? Oh my god, my steak is too juicy and too buttery. Oh no, I'd like lose my shit. What do you mean? I barely see any women who are like over 6 feet tall. Oh no, the women are too tall and their heels are too sharp and they're looking at me so hungry. Oh, it's so delicious. I must look like a little snack to them. Ah! Yeah, so lucky. Citrus has steps up to her toilet. No. My cousin's 6 feet and she hates it. My sister's 5'11". And, she doesn't hate it, actually. Cause she's hot enough to date guys selectively who are taller than her. Isn't everyone taller than you? Yeah, I guess. Also, hi. Hi, Never Ask. Welcome in. Yeah, that's just the truth. She just has her pick of the litter. Some of her boyfriends are so tall that it's like sick when they look down at me. I'm like, I must look like microscopic in this guy's eyes right now. Although it was kind of cute. Her boyfriend, when I was visiting, he was like, it's really nice to meet you, miss. Like, she talks a lot about you. And I was like, oh, nice manners. I like nice manners. Nice manners. My sister married a guy who's 6'7", 6'7". You just stare way up at her and give big sister advice. Yeah. Yes, I do. Yeah, where yeah, I do. Ever just like the Elric brothers? No, my sister doesn't really like anime other than Fairy Tail. That's it. Yeah, she's been taller than me for a long time. Like a long time. I'm trying to think of when. Maybe when she was like 14 or 15, she's been taller than me. Yeah, there was a long time, like years of my life, where she was like, you're my little big sister. You're my little big sister. Like, if I didn't love you, I'd beat you. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be cuter if I was smaller. I think that's subjective. But probably. I mean, everything's cuter when it's smaller, like miniatures. Cute. Yeah, she said that to like people. Like to people that she hangs out with all the time. And then there was like one period of time where she went to the roller skating rink all the time. And she had like the roller skating rink family that she hung out with. Like the family is a loose term. They're just like people who went all the time. And I had to be like, hi, I'm Citrus. I'm her big sister. Just so you know. I'm her big sister. Even though I look like this. Oh shit, it's Zuzu! Welcome in, Zuzu! What is up? Zuzu, I looked you up on that ovulation tracker thing. And, you got no data in there. Girl, are you ovulating? Welcome in! How are you? Hi, Raiders! My name is Citrus Sunshine, your clumsy 2D idol. Insane way to start a conversation. It was like the first thing I could think of. I'm sorry. Are you ovulating? I don't know. I need to like pee on a stick, low key. Talking about Mpreg? No, we're not. We're talking about height. Zuzu moves too mysterious. Zuzu, you gotta lock in. You gotta start. Can you start like DMing me when you start and stop your period, please? Please. But how are you? What were you streaming today? I feel like I missed what you were streaming. How are you? Sorry, let me give you a shout out. Oh shit, you almost finished Fire Emblem? That rocks. Wow. How long did that take you? You were working super hard on that. Zuzu is like the only person who I would watch play Fire Emblem. She's like the only girl I can watch who makes that fun. One last map to go. Holy shit, that's fast. Citrus thirsty buddy. Yeah. Zuzu, I'm gonna slurp you up. But I hope you had fun streaming. And hi, everyone. DJ and Delicious and Dexnome. Thank you guys so much for the follows. Sacred Stones. Ooh. Are you gonna play more Fire Emblems after this, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, earlier I was trying to look up all my friends to see if they had, like, ovulation trackers. But since I have an IUD, I don't know, like, when I ovulate. So, I need to do blood work, unfortunately. Well, not blood work. I can just pee on a stick. But I don't want to. That sounds like a lot of work. The GameCube one. Well, which one is that one? Path of Radiance. You know, I've never played any of the Fire Emblem games except the one that had, like, hella incest. For the DS. Conquest. Yeah. All of them. No. Just the one that had super incest. Fire Emblem Fates Conquest. Yeah, this one was like so much incest that even at the time I was like, this is kind of a lot. Thank you for the hat off. Yeah. I mean, even still, I was watching Zuzu, a couple weeks ago? And there were just like so many hella incest moments. Invested incest. It's incest 2026. I'm telling you, incest is in. You know, past 2 years with like the coffin of Andy and Lele, we've had like so much discourse. But I think that the incest discourse has low-key kind of brought us closer to, like solidifying fantasy incest as like something that people are into. Love and Deep Space Player is saying incest is in. Yeah, sorry. We got the real, like, no shit, real brother and sister kissing in this game? Wow. I guess they keep that stuff on lock. Incest discourse often brings people together. Yeah, it's pretty nice. No, yeah. The incest that I'm really into is non-blood related. But I'm just saying, like, we're one step closer every single day to like full on, like, just got incest in this visual novel. Yes, Zenless Zone Zero player is waiting for that incest update. Oh my god, dude. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I thought that they were cute together. You really got no filter, sorry. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll talk like crazy style on ovulation. And it's fine to have no filter. I don't know. You guys, datas need to start tracking Zuzu's ovulation better. I couldn't believe that there was nothing on hers. I feel like, come on, you can't like tell if she's PMSing or not. I just like I really couldn't believe it. Are you in there now? But that's fine because I don't get my period because I have an IUD. I talked about it before, but I used to get my period so bad that I would throw up all the time. So I just got one, and it's been fantastic ever since. So sad, though. Please step up, please. Can you tell when she's PMSing? Well, I mean, I couldn't, because Zuzu's never done anything wrong to me. And so everything that she does is perfect to me, so I wouldn't even be able to tell if she was PMSing, low-key. That's just how it is, though. I mean, sometimes Nugget's mean to me, and even so, I'm like, oh, Nugget's just being her. That's just how she is. Don't worry about it. I think I'm pretty good at not recognizing when someone's being mean to me. I can recognize when someone's being shady to me, but like if they're being like actively mean to me, I'm like, damn, you're being like so goofy. You're being so silly right now. Oh my goodness. I keep DMing her to tell me you're psycho, but she's being a real bee about it. Being mean is cringe. Yeah, that's probably why I can't tell very well. Awful friend, true. I guess I should, like, make sure that I'm reading people, but I'm not really good at reading people to begin with. Oh, thank you for giving Zuzu a subscription. Thank you, Westa6. Now you get to use my emotes. I think, do I have Zuzu's? Let me see. Oh, mine must have dropped off. So sad. You should know on a deep feminine level. Well, VTubers, like, aren't women, low-key. Sorry, Zuzu, that I always talk to you about weird stuff. It's mostly because, wanted to remember I really wanted to ask you that. Name every citrus? I'm not good at remembering things on the fly. I like when you talk to me about the weird things. I like talking to you about weird things too. Yeah, I mean, I went like super in length about how I thought those ovulation trackers weren't very accurate regardless. And so like no one should have been really worried about it. Is my personal opinion. In fact, I felt bad only in retrospect because I was like, I should have said X, Y, and Z. But when I woke up at 5:20 in the morning, I instantly said cute, but inaccurate. Like I'm some freaking nerd. I don't have a personality. When I wake up in the morning, Zuzu was upset she's not on there. She is though. It's just not tracked. Yeah, she has like 2 followers. It says. I didn't actually look at it until today. Essie's on there. I'm untraceable. You should just be able to tell when like Zuzu's like a little bit of a bitch, and then you guys should also be able to tell when like she's like a little bit more into Riona than she usually is. Yeah, tummy aches and headaches. What if your girl just got IBS? What if she's got migraines? Like that doesn't mean nothing. Every VTuber should start saying, I started my period today. Ah, yes, it's been 5 days since my period, which has now ended. I will continue to periodically update you guys with this info for no particular reason. Girls are so into having migraines. Oh my god. I just love when I'm in bed and I can't stare at any light whatsoever. I can just stay in the darkness, and then I just like low-key kind of have like hallucinations of like giant white spots in front of my eyes. It's so peak. They can't tell what's menstruation and what's internal bleeding. Equals period. Yeah. Women have like no other issues. Women have no other issues than their periods, which is why I think they should just suck it up. Giant rainbow spots. I actually have never had a migraine before. I'm sorry. I just hear that anecdotally from people who do. I've never had a migraine, and I really don't get headaches either. I feel like I'm pretty healthy, realistically. Literally suck it back up. What, like your cervix is like a little... Like, it's got like a little tube to pull it back up? I almost died of blood loss a few months ago. What happened? Internal hemorrhages are no joke. You can have like 1,600 ounces or cc's of blood in your body and like still live. I mean, there are people who like eat their placenta, and there are people who like do weird stuff with their menstrual blood. I don't know. I wouldn't do anything with that kind of stuff. That stuff came out of my body. Why would I use it, like reuse it? It's not like recyclable. It's material. It's like biohazard waste. I never understood that. Like, why would you do that? That's sick. It can be sold? For what? Your menstrual lining? No. Don't buy that. No one buy that. Even if that's like your fetish. It's just like, there's too much that could happen. Placenta is nutritious? I've heard it's not. It's only nutritious if you're like a wolf. But if you're a human, I've heard it has like no benefit. You can keep the cord. Some people keep like the baby's cord in like a special freezer, and then if they need any stem cells for the baby in the future, that piece of the cord will still have like the stem cells that work the best for the baby. That's the only thing I've heard. You could write unhinged messages to your idols with it like K-pop fans do. I don't know. I've never thought... I don't know. That's kind of ass. The baby grow a third arm like we're in RimWorld? I think all these ideas kind of suck. Yeah, the cord is good. I know that some people use the placenta to make like... I heard someone tell me a while ago that they used the placenta to make muffins. And I was like, if you fed me that, like, I wouldn't talk to you again. Like, don't. I'm not gonna eat that. No. I don't want to eat anything that came out of your body. Placenta fins. I don't know. There's like nothing. There's nothing that could come out of anyone's body that I would eat. I'm sorry. Like, with the development of AI, the VTuber's body is getting healthier. What, like with nanomachines? I might play RimWorld again. I was thinking about it. I would really like to play RimWorld again. I was getting too stressed out, playing it in the moment. I really want to come back to RimWorld once I play a lot of it off stream, because I think that having all of these colonies where I, like, go a really long time with, like, a really failing colony, and then, like, don't restart because I had, like you guys in it, as, like, my crew members, because I didn't want to lose the save because I felt bad because you guys were already in it. Let me shut up as a random animal. Yeah, I should have just, like, restarted and restarted and restarted. Play like a degenerate. That's what I started doing after a certain point when I was like, I need to restart. I turned it on to, like, Randy Random, and I think that 30 lions attacked me at once. And that was fun. I did not survive that, obviously. Gotta make sure every chatter is present before you execute the colonist. Yeah, I was just, like, enslaving home slices after a certain point. Like, I was like, you guys, I love you guys, but you guys, like, gotta start working for me. Like when grass ruined your windmills! Yeah, I think that, if I go back to it in the future, I'll be a lot better at it. I hope so. Because I was starting to get, like, really nervous, and I was starting to get a little shaky playing RimWorld because I was so caught up on not playing poorly. It was, like, really impacting my mental health. I'm sorry, that feels really weird to say. But, oh yeah, Jinsei was my raptor. He was my beautiful pet raptor who beautified my house by just living in it. Yeah, it was really, it feels really weird to say, but it was really impacting my mental health. No. I'm gonna play it again, but once I feel better about my ability to play. Because it was making me crazy. Oh, never asked. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Breadman. I appreciate it. Thank you. Everyone is so nice to me. Yeah, that's why I was, like, so dedicated to playing RimWorld well, because there were so many people in the chat who were RimWorld old heads, and I didn't want to let them down. And I felt like I did that a lot. And also, I wasn't strong enough to not get one guide. That RimWorld was the game that I've gotten the most one guide ever. Like, forever, dude. It's really... like, I just need to know what I'm doing. As such, that no one can come into my stream and tell me exactly what I need to do. Oh, Vivian kept running away because Vivian was just a stranger. So I kept having to put Vivian in jail and then wait forever to convert them. And then they'd run away again after like half a year. Saya, welcome in. Well, okay, I didn't know what I was doing also, is the issue. So I really did need backseating, and a lot of the time when people were backseating me, it was really helpful info. But that's, like, not really a way to run a stream. I'm sorry. And so I felt like I wasn't interacting with you guys as much, because I was so focused on learning. Watch the development over time? Yeah, I wanna go back to it. I think that'll be fun. Yeah, there are a couple of games I'd like to play again. I really got into Caves of Cud last week. No, the week before, 2 weeks in a row. And then I uninstalled it from my computer because I liked it too much. But that game's amazing. But like, it's the same kind of thing as RimWorld, where I should have been just learning and trying my best. But instead, because I played it mostly on stream, like I was learning in the moment. And you know what? When you learn on stream, ass. You don't learn anything. at all. Like, I am too focused on talking to you guys that there's no room in my brain for learning. I've only been able to do that with Dark Souls, and that's because that's like, how do I put this? It's got like tactile feedback. So it's just like learning how to dance, or like learning a rhythm game. Like you can learn it over time, and I did pretty successfully. Yeah. It's body learn more than mental, so I can eventually separate my body from my brain, and I can just talk, and then I can play the game at the same time. I'm not very good at it. I think that I need to like sit down and learn, cause I'm mostly always just focused on like, oh, like what's going on in chat? How do I look? How does this look right now on stream? Like, is there anything I should be remembering? Is there any topics I want to talk about today? Etc. Like all garbage cluttering up my brain at any given moment. And you know, I got a lot of garbage in my brain. If you guys like know anything about me, it's kind of bad. But I'll just like talk about random shit because that's what's floating in my mind. It sucks. But yeah, that doesn't really leave me any space for learning. Endless chat topic queue. Yes. Exactly. But I am kind of tired. I do want to hang out more, but I'm tired. And tomorrow we'll hang out a bunch because I'm gonna be playing Dark Souls 2. I'm very excited. And then a hand cam on Sunday. And then blueprints on Monday. And then we're gonna have lots of fun every single day. How's that sound? And then I might have some like fun stuff for Valentine's Day too, which is in like 2 weeks. Yeah, it's on Saturday, 14th. My hands! Yeah! I try not to bite my nails so that my nails will look nice on stream at the very least. Bloodborne is nice. I loved playing Bloodborne. That's like the only Souls-like that I was disappointed that it was over. I tried my best to play Bloodborne as long as physically possible. Karaoke for Valentine's, perhaps? Maybe something else, perhaps. But yeah, you should join my Discord, and you guys should like also like follow me on all my socials because I might post about it. Maybe I won't post ever again. You'll just have to find out. Shoot, thank you so much for the follow. Paparazzi time. Why did they get a picture of me? Oh, what's up, 6? Thank you for the 5 gift subs. Valentine's ASMR, definitely, but it'll be something else than that. Thank you. If you got a gift sub, make sure you say thank you and give What's Up 6 a big kiss on the mouth. Mwah. Let's see who's streaming. Who is streaming today? Ooh. You know what? I don't think I've been able to raid Cha-Cha in like forever. Oh, she's playing Mortuary Assistant. So if you guys are squeamish, you guys should make sure to click off or don't. You guys should just tank gore. Maybe. But if you guys have a sub, make sure that you use the message with the wigglies. And if you don't have a sub, make sure you use them with the oranges. But thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. PST. And, not answering that question, Jinsei. Teehee. Cha-Cha is so cute. I know, I love her. I love her so much. I love her new model. I know she's had it for a while, but it's super cute. But I hope you guys sleep well, no nightmares, and enjoy the rest of your Friday. Bye-bye! Nice to meet you too! Bye-bye! 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 Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye!